Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I ain't done a back-to-back live in a minute. But I'm about to do a back-to-back live now. How can I do this? I'm about to hop on this super channel with my good brother Tommy Sotomayor. That was the last good live that I did with Ralph. We hadn't done none in a while, so it was good to get it done. So that was good. So I'm just gonna telegram myself. How can I telegram myself? Oh, let me see if I do it this way. All right. Our God is good. Shalom, Cap. That's how you done mix Christianity and Israelite. He said, our God is good. That is diabolical. Hey, y'all, I'm going to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something real fast. Before we go live, I want to show y'all something. Let me do it like this. Man, I want to show y'all this video before I hop on they live. I'm gonna upload this video to my Dropbox. Hold on. Watch when I upload this video. You want something diabolical? Or you want something funny? I want y'all to see this video I'm about to upload right now. I'm gonna put this on my Instagram too. All right, I'm gonna put this on my Instagram. Sweet baby Jesus. That is freaking hilarious right there. All right, hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all this here. Let me go to clips. I'm just looking for this video, y'all. Bear with me 1 second. The video only 47 seconds, but you're gonna see something. When I tell y'all, like, white people would be better if they was around us. I'm telling y'all. Meaning, and we in charge of them, of course, not anything else but us in charge of them. Let me see if this is it right here. Hold on. Let me see. Oh no, that ain't it. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. All right, I'm gonna show y'all this video. Real fast. So y'all remember now, I'm gonna give y'all some backdrop. Y'all remember when that white college, when them white boys went to that black HBCU, and as they went to the black HBCU, they tried to set off and be violent with the black boys, and they didn't do that. Well, watch this video right here. I'm gonna add this.
The same bitch who got ran off the tennis.
Now, I want y'all to look how these white boys is treating this white man. Watch this.
This is the same bitch who got ran off the Tennessee State HBCU because he's a fucking scary little bitch. So now he comes up to our veteran tent because he's an attention-seeking Howard. Yeah. He's seeking attention, and I'm giving it to him. And I promise you, I'll give you all the attention you need. Bitch boy.
Diabolical.
Look at this bitch. This is the same motherfucker around the HBCU. I asked him which HBCU. This is the same bitch who got ran off the Tennessee State HBCU because he's a fucking scary little bitch. So now he comes up to our veteran tent because he's an attention-seeking Howard. Yeah. He's seeking attention, and I'm giving it to him. And I promise you, I'll give you all the attention you need. Bitch boy. Bitch boy. Look at this bitch. This is the same motherfucker around the HBCU. I asked him which HBCU he's getting run off next. No, don't Google it. Just tell me. Don't Google it. Which one are you gonna go to? Okay, name one.
Why didn't they have that same energy for them? Who knows? But now let me go ahead. and join this live stream. Hey, this is gonna be. I'm telling y'all. Hold on. Let me get my tequila together. Let me get my tequila together. As I got my tequila together, let's see how this night gonna go. I'll be joining Tommy's Super Panel live stream. No, I wasn't digging in my nose for the nosy people. Y'all see in my background, this is the interview that I did. Shout out to Viral Way. This is the interview I did with them brothers when I was out in Cali. So I'm gonna join my good brother Tommy Sotomayor's live stream, and we're gonna see how it's gonna go tonight. Let's see how it's gonna go tonight. We don't know. We shall see. What's going on?
Security guard shoots him and kills him. But somehow Sean Penn is so in love with black pussy, he gets her out, and all she has to do is tell on her accomplices for doing this. She tells on them, and Leonardo runs away with their baby because she told him she didn't want to be no mom. So she left Leonardo DiCaprio with a baby that wasn't even his as an infant. She runs off. So he's raising this little quote unquote black girl. She's biracial. And by the end of the movie, basically, it's showing, and I am not lying, that the revolution that blacks are going to do will be started by white men and black women and their half-breed offspring. That is
crazy.
Hey, Tommy, Tommy, I said on the panel, black women feel like getting married to white men is a pathway to privilege and freedom.
Well, that's not surprising. I told y'all on this show a few weeks ago that the problem with black women is that they want it's Miss Ann syndrome. They want to be white women.
Yeah.
So the only way they can be, they feel like if they get with a white guy, they can pretend that they're in that role.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm telling you right now, the way the way that white guys are going in on this movie.
Like, tell me what they've been saying, because I didn't know. What have they been saying?
Man, bro.
New movie or old movie?
No, it just came out.
It just came out.
What's
Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor.
I think
one battle after another.
Don't
you let none of your wives go see this shit.
Look, I think,
angry man. I'm still dumbfounded by the plot. But go ahead.
But look, I think personally, this is just my opinion. I think that if there was any white guilt left, this movie drained the rest of it away, because these white dudes, this one white dude, he was like, have you seen the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie? Sweet Jesus. Like, first of all, it's always gotta be a white guy with a black woman. I said, oh, this is about to be good. He started going in.
Are you saying
like
this white
this
people
movie ruined? It's ruining Leonardo's reputation.
So
I'm surprised it's pissing off white men though, because again, they made sure not to show. Let me tell you, make sure y'all understand this. They made sure not to show no black men busting up no white woman cheeks.
Hell no.
Why would you just show it one way?
So is Leonardo clapping? Is Leonardo clapping?
Yes.
Yes.
Tiana Taylor gets her pregnant. Had one black girl on that calling herself Jungle.
But Cap, she even plays the role of a whore.
No, but
she had two white dudes.
They show the white men clapping her.
Yes, like a standing ovation.
I don't want to see that.
But here's the thing.
Diabolical, man.
He doing her. I mean, just dogging her out. Then had her eating Sean Penn. Has her eating Sean Penn ass.
Wow.
What?
No.
Wow. So basically, this is another monster's ball.
Yeah, this sounds like a ritual right here. This sounds like a ritual.
Yeah, hold on.
But hold on.
I got you. Hey,
they can't be monsters ball. They gotta be balls and ass.
Y'all gotta give me 2 seconds. I gotta let my boy say something because he looked real disgusted. Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic.
Listen, man. Ever since they should have never gave these bitches. Oh my God, Suki Hana and goddamn Sexy Red eating niggas ass. I don't know how and why black women are cool with having that label. That is black women shit now. Eating man ass. A man's ass is never fucking clean. Okay, I don't give a fuck that nigga just got the shower. He farting. All right, that nigga as soon as he get let it go. This shit is crazy.
Hold on, Angry Man said it ain't gonna be no iPhone hate. It ain't gonna be no ass seat hate.
I'm a hate on that. I don't understand. I'll just say I don't understand a nigga getting his ass ate. I don't understand. Putting your ass in your head, like what?
People they proclived it. You don't know what drove that man to that.
50 years.
I agree with Cap. There is no set of circumstances that should have a grown man's ass in the air.
Lamborghini door legs are not allowed.
What position is the man getting in to get his ass ate? That's what I want to know. Like what?
No, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, Cap. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. That's horrible. It's fucking horrible.
Putting your ass in the air. Like, wait, which one?
Like my man Dre said, iPhones and groceries. There will be no hate on this show. I'm not gonna let y'all put up here and make people think.
But here's another point of this movie though. I don't think everyone is thinking about. Maybe it's just the way my mind thinks. But how are they not mad that she's a deadbeat fucking mom and all of them claim to be the best fucking moms in the world?
Oh,
I'm a good mom.
Well,
I got to answer.
Of course, it ends that she realizes that she was quite young and made a mistake of leaving her child because the child's like
that's Tupac's fault, Tommy.
Oh, it says the black man's fault.
No, that's Tupac's fault.
Tupac when I told y'all, even though
as a crack fiend mama. You always was a black queen mama. That's the worst shit. Tupac, like y'all be loving Tupac. I don't. But I like his music. I ain't gonna say I'm not a Tupac fan. But Tupac lowered the standard when he said that shit.
Because remember, I said it 20 years ago. I remember that was the thing I brought out. I said,
gotta be great.
Listen to these songs. Just like I brought out all them songs where these niggas were saying gay ass lyrics, and all these songs where these niggas was fucking underage girls.
The bar for if this is the ground, the bar for a good black mother today is like right here. It used to be up here. When he said that line, even as a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. That inspires everybody to look at their crack fiend mama and call her what? A black queen.
Well, it also inspires this though. It inspires this idea that women are infallible.
Right.
And if you notice that
right. They can't do nothing wrong.
That's what that movie did. After she did all that shit, she ended up at the end of it telling her kid, writing a letter to her saying, I'm sorry, I didn't know if I should write you a letter. Because somehow her daughter becomes the new leader of the resistance in America. And I said, look at what they're showing. No, seriously, they're showing that the leader of free society is going to come from the union of a white man and a black woman.
That shit is crazy.
Because they think
that shit is crazy. Because like
when you go ahead. Sorry.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
They think that, and they've been saying it. Angry Man, you've been seeing it. Everybody on this panel been seeing it. They think that being married to a white man, as Angry Man said, it's going to be the pathway to freedom, and them being married to a black man is them tied to struggle or whatever else. That's what they've been preaching for the past over COVID or whatsoever. That's what they think.
Well, the crazy thing, the reason why the white guys, that the white content creators I saw was going in on the movie is because they don't like the fact that, well, one, they don't like the fact that every time you see a movie now, they have to have an interracial couple.
Yes.
They don't like that, right? So that's one.
Or gay.
The other thing they don't like is the fact that in the movie they said they made Leonardo DiCaprio like super incompetent. And the black woman is like some sort of awesome revolutionary, just, you know, they went all the way in. I was like, damn, I didn't want to. I saw the trailer for it while I was in the movie theater. I think I went to go see, what did I go see? I went to go see something recently. I think it was Superman. I went to go see Superman.
Trash.
And yeah, and they had the don't even get me started on that. But they had the trailer for that. And like, I'm just sitting in the movie theater the whole time with the face like really, like I'm not trying to.
But it had me though. I thought I didn't think it was. I kept saying, well, there's black women in there, but surely they not. I don't know what they're trying to do. But I noticed, if you watch the preview, notice there are no black men. So why would it be that many black women and no black men? That is a crazy thought. That fucking no black women is a norm in a movie. But having black men still touch white women in 2025 is no.
Tell the truth, Tommy. You went to go see that movie because you knew it was going to provide some material. You knew.
People in the comment section did tell me to watch it. They kept saying, Tommy, you got to see it. You got to see it. And I knew. I typically know what that means. Whenever they tell me I got to see something, it's some fucking shit.
Let me tell you something. There was a movie I didn't want to watch, right? And everybody was telling me you need to go watch this movie, right? It was that most recent movie that Taraji was in, where she was working at a grocery store, and they thought she robbed the grocery store, and then she went in the bank and they thought she was robbing the bank. Did y'all see that movie?
I did not see it.
Oh my god, I did see it. The Tyler Perry
movie.
It was
horrible. That movie is pure comedy, bro. Like, I thought that shit was the funny, bro. She left. It's funny because they put racism in it, but it's a ridiculous level of racism. Like, it's like, bro, that's not gonna happen. Like today, that's
the movie
not.
Called Straw.
Yeah, like, bro, she was in this apartment. She was in this raggedy ass apartment, and the landlord was a black lady and told her, if you don't pay your rent by the day, I'm gonna put your shit outside, right? So she's like, I'm going to get my paycheck. So she left. She came back. It was raining. All her shit was outside. And she did the primal scream. I'm talking about the Wolverine where you look up in the air. I swear to God, it was comical because it was so ridiculous.
It says she shot a man over $370 check.
Yeah, apparently she couldn't cash that check. And that was the last straw.
They robbed her store, right? And then in the process of robbing the store, the man was the boss was the military dude from fucking different world. That guy.
He was preached from Cooley-Eye.
Yeah,
so right. I know
her, and he talking about she set it up, she did it. So he hit that nigga too. She's like, hey, you that nigga
it was the premise of the movie. The entire premise of the movie was trying to show how hard it is for a black woman.
Everyday life, yeah. Black women's everyday living. Everybody's attacking them. They taking up for every and Ace. Man, she even had this motherfucking this fucking soliloquy. She had a solo, bro. She told us, I do this every day.
Yeah, I know. But it was so ridiculous, bro. Like it was. And see, here's the funny thing: in their effort to try to make this scenario that black women go through so much, I watched the whole movie. I'm like, the people that's causing you the most problems is other black women. It wasn't even. It was other black women that was causing the problems for her.
Not even that. The one black woman had some sense. She was like, "Hey, man. Y'all feeling sorry for this bitch, and she got us at gunpoint. She robbing us. Fuck this bitch. I'm finna tell her. Telling bitch, what's wrong with you? I don't fuck her."
Well, I gotta ask all y'all this question since y'all two are bringing up that part. Why do you think black women eat up the whole struggle thing? Why do they want to identify with? Because y'all hear what that one woman, she came out and said, Everybody's against black women. It's so hard to be a black woman. They talk about the struggles of black women, and I've been saying on the other side of it that the struggles of black women are them getting over self-inflicted shit. You hear the song Independent, she got her own house, she got her own car. Well, the bitch is 38. Who else supposed to be paying for this shit? She's an adult.
Because the reason why they buy into that like that is because they're competing with the plight of black men. Black men can't have a bigger plight than them. You feel what I'm saying? Because if black men have the bigger plight, then you got to ask the question, why don't y'all have more empathy for the men in your group? So in order for them to constantly treat black men the way they treat them, they have to act like their struggle is bigger than black men, and black men are the cause of their struggle.
Yeah. That's been
to ignore the plight of black men. Like it's goofy.
Also, I think it's attention. I think it's attention because other black women come in and say, "Oh, look, she got it so hard. I got it hard too," and then they trauma bond. Once they trauma bond, they solidified, and all of a sudden, all of the world is coming down on them. It's never their fault. Like you said, it's self-inflicted.
And
Take accountability for it.
And it's old. It's past old. It's like, come on, man. Like let's tighten this shit up.
And when I first heard it, it was some girls I used to date. They was having a conversation with each other, and I understood it at first when they said they got it hard.
Yeah.
This nigga here, man.
Damn.
I knew that was coming.
I just thought that's what they was talking about, and now people I've never been with was saying it, so I said it must mean something else.
I told you, Tommy, if you keep this up, I'm gonna start acting like Ed McMahon. I'm gonna start yelling, "Hi-yo!"
Well, let me ask you. Let me go to you, Mr. Fantastic, because you talk about this a lot, and you were saying you brought up attention, which is what Corey said, and you brought up you seem to agree with Anger Man on the struggle. Is that what you think? It just boils down to those two things?
Well, I think Anger Man laid the foundation, but feminism definitely plays a large part in it, right? And if you have that sympathy that Anger Man is talking about, you have to acknowledge that the black man has suffered more than you. So therefore, that means the black men have taken more losses, right? There's never been a time to where there have been more black women killed than black men in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Never, ever, right? So if you acknowledge that and you actually see it for what it is, now society has to look at. I'm sorry. Oh,
I keep trying to see if I can get Lyric to come in, but her mic is messing up. It's throwing feedback. But go ahead, finish. I want to see.
Yeah. So once you start doing that, and then because we're the only demographic that's out of whack to where the women are seen as the leaders and the women are seen as being over the men. If everyone else outside of us gets to see what it truly is, this is why black women are always putting themselves at the forefront, right? Because again, it's a power struggle, and black men are trying to get back where we're supposed to be. So once you start telling these things, you start giving these facts. This is why, like you pointed out, Tommy, black women are most educated. It's just a lie you get to run with. Black women get to say anything, and nobody challenges it. And then it goes back to what Cap said, right? Perfect fucking circle. It's a perfect vicious circle. You can't say anything because your mother is infallible. She's a goddess. You can't motherfucking challenge God, right? So it's everything's baked in the cake, man. And like I said, this is why I call it the black man, straight black man's renaissance is so important, bro. Because there's so many brothers finally started to get it because we actually get to say what the fuck we want to say. You feel me?
You got to defeat a lot because the final straw in the destruction of the black man was.
Did I say it was your turn?
Oh, my bad. I'm trying to be on my best behavior. Last time they was mad at me on the show last time.
Jesus Christ.
They got mad at me last time, man. So I'm trying to not to be a shit star.
I tried to tell him it wasn't you, it was that little frog. Now it's your turn. I did want to ask you though, I wanted to set it up because you are the notorious white people hater. And I want to ask you, why do you think white men are helping push these narratives, because white men help push the narrative that black women were the most educated. White men were right there with black women in the 70s, and 80s, and 90s, and giving them a television platform to say all the shit they wanted to say against black men. Right now, white people are, every time they want to give some money to somebody in the black community, who do they willingly give it to? Black women.
I think the Bible, two things in the Bible. In Genesis, the 3rd chapter, when that serpent went to the woman, the serpent didn't go to the man, he went to the woman, beguiled her, and then she in turn convinced the man to obey her and the serpent. And then Mark 3:27 says, no man can enter into a strong man's house unless he first bind up the strong man. And so, and this actually goes into what I was going to say. The completion of the destruction of the black man was getting his woman to turn on him. And that's what we're all talking about. So when you say, why would the white man propagate or promote the black woman in the capacity that he's doing, is so that further empowers her to think she don't have to have no respect for me. Everything from Hollywood, movies, interaction in life, the feminist movement, all these things that we know make it to where, I think Mr. Fantastic said it real good. It's a competition now. The black man is the number one species that you can beat down into powder and don't nobody give a fuck about it. Don't nobody care what you do to a black man at all. And the minute that he starts showing that I'm the most persecuted, his counterpart is his first enemy.
Yep.
And that's the sad part, because black men love black women. And then when we go to try, they say, well, you got to fix yourself. Okay, so we fixing ourselves. And then as we fix ourselves, we're correcting ourselves, and then we have to correct you too. There's no way a black woman ain't gonna get corrected. But the problem is, and the reason why the white man puts her in that position, because as long as she has that white man as the fallback, she ain't got to listen to shit we say. So now she becomes what I like to call the pit bull of the white man. So the white man ain't even got to come to us. You notice the white man, like it's some sellout niggas out there that sell themselves out for the white man.
Hold on, you said you were not gonna talk about me in this motherfucking show. My audience, come on, dog. Wow.
I didn't say no names. This is why I love my nigga Tommy. This is why I love Tommy, man. I love the hell out of Tommy, man. But when you start telling that black woman that has been told she can't do nothing wrong, like we laughed at the whole crack fiend mama, black queen mama, but you know what that does to her mental? Even listen, I don't know if y'all grew up where I grew up. That's real life. Like that, a black woman crackhead. You ever seen a black man crackhead? He know he fucked up.
Right.
A black woman as a crackhead still thinks she the shit in the ghetto.
She'll still get you told.
You can't tell the shit.
Remember in what was that? What movie was that? But she said, I was the prom queen. That don't mean shit. You the prom fiend now.
But you can't tell her that. So she becomes our number one enemy. We can all have disagreements on this panel, but let's say if we all sat down, we would walk out of wherever we sat down at with a fucking plan. You put one black woman or two black women, and as they listen to us, they could see me, Angry Man, Mr. Fantastic, all of us arguing. Me, Tommy, all of us arguing. They're like, yeah, they be picking sides. And then we come up with the solution at the end of it. And then we look at these bitches and say, okay, now we done did this. Now you got to do this. It's like a record scratch. Like, hold on. I ain't got to really, you trying to tell me what to do, but you don't have the right to tell me what to do. That's 95% of black women. And that's the difference between us and them. They'll never come a time like, I mean, it's hard. It's hard pressed to find.
Did y'all notice that when Pookie was talking to the chick that said she was the prom queen, they was in there by themselves? The moment Pookie jumped on her ass, the whole neighborhood was there.
Yep.
Y'all noticed that they was in there by themselves at first. As soon as he jumped on her, because they was arguing, it was like 10 people back there. Like, where the hell they come from? Like, quick.
Well, notice they didn't give him the excuse of the drug that he was taking. Like a woman can use the excuse of I had alcohol, that's why I sucked 18 dicks. And them 18 dicks probably be charged with a they might get charged. They'll tell those men, you should have known she was drunk. And I had a girl in the show last week. I'm gonna play it for the show. The girl came on my show and told me she got raped, and that's how she ended up pregnant. And I was like, you got raped? She's like, yeah, it was my boyfriend. I said, oh, your boyfriend? Anytime people tell me they got raped by their boyfriend, I'm always shocked about that one. But she told me he must have put something in my drink or something, and I don't know. And then he had sex with me while I was asleep. And then and I was listening, I'm like, so plan B just wasn't a plan if this happened the way you said it was, nor did putting him in jail either. But you want me to feel sorry for this man who raped you in a relationship because he gave you something and your pussy was so wide that he was able to fuck you while you was just out. And then you woke up and he told you about it. And then somehow a child came from this. And I'm supposed to feel bad. I think women can tell us the dumbest story. Why do you think women's stories make no fucking sense? Because they know the next nigga want to fuck him. So he got to listen to that stupid ass story and be like, And most y'all niggas do. Y'all, I ain't the only one that sit up there and listen to it. I think by the time I was like 26, I said, I'm not listening to your stupid ass story, bitch. I have a problem.
What comedian was that said that you got women out here saying some of the dumbest shit in the world and nobody wants to check them because everybody wants to fuck them?
Yes. That's why they say. That's why women and I gotta say this part of it. I'm gonna let my man Mr. James come in here because James is a man of the cloth as well, just a little bit different from Tazariak, but they both are men of the cloth. And I want to get his thoughts on this because James, when you hear we're talking about this struggle between the black man and the black woman, and I will say this, and y'all all can ponder on this. I believe black men love black women. And the only black men that black women love are dead black men. Let me explain. You ever notice when a nigga dead and he on a shirt, black woman love him to death. She talk about him like he's the greatest thing in the world. You know another black man that black women love to talk about? He ain't technically black, but my man Kappa say he is. Jesus.
Who?
They love Jesus. Jesus. They all love Jesus. But Jesus ain't never there to tell them, because let me tell you something. If we treated them like they treat Jesus, they say we were dogs. Black women swear up and down Jesus see and hear everything that they do. Yet they be out there sucking, fucking, twerking, cussing, doing all these things, knowing that God sees it. These are also the same women who wear these t-shirts with a nigga face on it that they disrespected when he was alive. Listen to how that woman talked about King Von when he died like he was the greatest thing in the world. They love to go march for a nigga when he dead. They do all these things for dead black men. They don't love living black men. They love the idea of things. Somebody said Tupac and Jesus. They love the idea of things, but I don't think they love black men. But I think us black
love them dead because they ain't got to listen to them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going at. Because you said it. You said after we came through and after us and argued, and we came back and we was on the same page. What do typically women say to men when they're on the same page?
They gay.
Dick riding, sucking dick. It's always something gay because you and these men got along.
Yeah,
real talk. Because they don't want to see that because not only do black women hate black men, black women hate other black women too.
Yeah,
like you got like
I don't think they're. This is gonna sound crazy, but I don't think they're capable of love.
Ooh.
At least not in the way that men are capable of love. You feel what I'm saying? Because
were they really taught? Were they ever really taught it?
That's one of the questions to ask. You got
the foundation.
When you look at black men, right? There's at least one woman a black man loves. That's his mama.
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
but you don't necessarily have. You got black women out here that don't know their father. They ain't never had their father, and sometimes their father's there, but the way their father's treated, he's treated more like he's there for utility. It's not the same. Like when you love something, it's just like the difference between Mother's Day and Father's Day, right? I finally figured out why Mother's Day is more important than Father's Day. The reason why is because everything that mama does, the children look at it like she does it out of love. So it's not an obligation. So because it's not an obligation, it's something worthy of being praised. It's like in their mind, it's like mama didn't have to do this for us. You know, mama struggled to take care of us. She didn't have to do this. Mama did all of these things because she loved us. But they look at dad like, you supposed to do this, nigga. So if you don't do it, you a piece of shit. And if you do it, you're just doing what you're supposed to do. So they don't view it as dad did this because he loved me. Dad did this because he obligated. Dad bought these clothes because his ass don't want to go to jail for child support. You feel what I'm saying? So there's this thing where men are put in the position where we love because everything we love, we don't require something from them. So when you love your child, you love your wife, you love your girlfriend, you love your mama, you don't require anything from them for you to love them. But with women, in order for them to love you, they require something. So to me, that's not actually love. That's just transactional shit.
Well, most women are whores. I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. but James.
Yeah, well, and I agree.
That laugh was like a lyric, like I this nigga here. She let me have it though. She let me. Thank you for letting me just say these things. But let me go to James. James, you hear all this discussion from all these sinners, and we talking about carnal behavior. And
man, I want to.
I did. I asked you,
to.
What is your thought on? You get to see it from a place where in churches, damn near 70% of the people there are black women. In the black churches, as women view men. Why do you think that is? Why do you think there's this chasm that exists between the two, but it's being discussed as you cannot discuss it from the vantage point of men having an issue with women?
Well, in my opinion, this is me, and I don't know how we view the Willie Lynch letter, whether we consider it a historical document or whatever. But if you look at some of the principles that were laying in that document, one of the things they said, the way to destroy the black family is to reverse the nature of the black male and the black female. And they said the way you would do that is through the black mother. The black mother would raise her son to be physically strong but independently weak, but raise her daughter to be psychologically strong and also to raise her to be independent. So when you start reversing those natures over time, then at a certain point, women start to take on men characteristics. And when they start taking on those men characteristics, they do it from a place. You talked about that love thing. There's an example for love. There's a definition for love, but we also have an ideology of love. You know, we view love what we think it, you know, how it can become environmental. It can be environmental. It can be it's kind of an attachment style as we grow older, right? You know, if I had a drunk as a daddy, then I might have had a different type of love. But if my mother was nurturing, that's a different type of love. So when you start seeing these different types of love, then we start working with these ideologies. Then we have the idea of love, but it might not necessarily be love, because sometimes love can be dysfunctional, but we do it so long that it seems like it's right because it's functioning, right? And so I think part of the problem is that we've reversed these natures and people have gotten out of their rightful places, not talking about gender roles, but I'm just talking about roles in general. And I think it has us all messed up. And that man that the woman saw in Willie Lynch's letter, who was emasculated by master because he was set on fire and he was torn apart, I think that man kind of lost his place in a lot of black women's eyes. And she doesn't see him as a man. She sees him as what that white man did to him. And because she sees him as what that white man did to him, now she's lost that respect for him. And because she's lost that respect for him, she feels like she needs to assume that role. But Tommy, ironically, and I'm not trying to dominate the time, I did a show tonight. We were talking about domestic violence, and we got into the verbal abuse part. We talked, and one dude came on and he talked about how now whenever his wife talks crazy to him, he'll go outside or he'll go fishing or he'll do something by himself. And I asked him in that moment, I said, when she talks, do you hear her or do you hear your mother?
and he said he heard his mother.
Well, I'll tell you
Mother
this:
was-
if a
What's
woman
that?
talk to me like that, if a woman talk to me like that, I don't go outside. I go upside.
I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, now the one if you only hear her, but listen what I said. He doesn't hear her. He hears his mother.
I know,
Because his
but most of
mother
us. But again, that's why I said, if you listen to me, I'll tell these niggas. I said, stop acting like the black bitch who raised you. Like when I say that, I mean it. A lot of these men have gotten so used to be. Look at how these men who are big, strong men will fuck you up,
Psychologically weak.
but will let
Psychologically weak.
this woman talk to him like she ain't shit.
Yeah.
And he'll feel handcuffed. And like you said, who else talked to him like that? His mama.
His mama.
You got grown men at the age of 80 afraid of their moms.
Yeah.
Black men.
And
white men learn to call their mama a bitch at the age of 6.
Yes.
Am I lying?
And we'll check on
Quit acting like a bitch, mom.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy. Hey, Tommy. Preacher or not, my stress level goes down the more my middle finger go up. And I promise you, I know how to get you off me. My stress level goes down.
Think about the love that we send, and it goes back to what Angry Man said. We have this weird love towards the women, but they don't have that love towards us. And we, as the generations have gone down, and mean by like down in the years, we've accepted it. We've accepted that as a black man, you're gonna love a black woman more than she loves you. We've accepted it.
And then you get treated like shit if you're one of the few black men that don't go for that shit. If you're one of the few black men that's like, nah, I'm not going for that. I'm not trying to hit. Like I tell people all the time on my show, like, I don't tolerate that shit from no black woman, not even my mama. And they look at you like you crazy. Like you don't have to accept that bullshit. Like, no.
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of it, man. Like I said, that's the changing the narrative. When you dare, you know, they had a big deal when the brother, I forget what his name was, at college, the law school, and he said he was surprised, right? And black men start saying that shit. You feel me? So if I'm, you know, everything you say you want, and the man's on this, who you ain't nobody, nigga. Who you think you is, nigga? You know, it's always this fucking dismissive shit, man. And like, if you dare have confidence, they hate a black man with confidence, bro. That's a big part of it too, right? They hate a black man that's got true self-confidence. That's why they always talk about, you know, you gay or you this or all this other shit. And at the same time, what we all know, the same bitches that be calling you and saying all this crazy shit in public, they'll be motherfucking swallowed up in motherfucking private. You know what I mean? So that's why I just laugh at this shit, bro. It's just like
swallowed up is crazy.
Women love you know, they followers, right? They love putting on a show around everybody else and so on and so forth. But at the same time, when you have that dominance, you know what I'm saying, that self-confidence, bro, they can't deny it. You feel me? So I mean, those of us that understand, bro, it don't even matter. You're not even really affected by that shit. But like I said, the simps are the problem, bro. The simps fucking everything up. That's the problem.
I think in addition to that, right? I think when black men express that, it's a form of us being patriarchal instead of down to, because black culture is a matrilineal society. The reason why I say it's matrilineal is because it's still a centralized patriarchy, or the state that's oversees them. It's like a plantation, right? So whenever black men do that, it's like we're taking power back. Instead of us following around black women, it's us taking back our own autonomy or us being sovereign. In that sense.
Well,
the thing, more simplistic than that. It's a man. It's just a man being a man and being.
Yeah, but see,
but the thing is that there's a myth. You know, there's a myth. Not every black family back in the day could be considered matriarchal. Like they try. I'm gonna tell you one of the things they try to point out. Women love to point this out. Black women love to point this out. They're like, well, back in the day, the papa would come home and give his whole check to grandma. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the nigga couldn't count. That's the reason why
you're literally coming from.
When my grandfather was illiterate,
ruling anything, he could not count.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna let you get away with that. My granddaddy could count.
No, he's right. I'm for real. My grandfather was illiterate. Like, I'm dead serious. My grandfather could not read and write.
But
see,
remember,
You mean like
what Angry Man,
what Aretha Franklin said?
What's it? What?
I was
Like,
gonna say what Angry,
like what Aretha Franklin said.
What
Just
she
a
said?
little bit.
Was you?
Just a little bit. When it got put to the top, he spell that song. He said, respect, nigga.
when you take the illiterate part, that the father would be, the mother didn't spend that money on nails and hair and bullshit.
No, she didn't.
It's a combination. So the father, the man had no problem giving that money to the woman because she can handle the actual bills, not her own personal shit.
Yeah.
These black women today, if you give them that money, they're not using it for bills. They're not using it responsibly. So even that narrative don't even work, because I'm sure.
But see, Cap, that's the reason why I said it's a myth, because trying to pretend that the father giving the paycheck, one, he gave the paycheck to his wife because he knew she would do what she's supposed to do with it, like you just said. In addition to the fact that he didn't want to have to deal with that, because a lot of brothers back then, they had like a lower education. They couldn't do all of that. And a lot of times the women could do all of that. But in addition to that, they wasn't no punks. They still ran their households as men.
Right.
So it's a myth that they keep pushing. Like, bruh, the men
that you say that, because even if you give the woman the money, she's still gonna fight you. You still can't tell her what to do. Like, she wants you to give her the money and she want to be your boss at the same time.
And it's gonna be other niggas around, so I ain't get a bitch shit, because I know you can fuck somebody else, and I kill up everything in the neighborhood. I don't want that. I will. I'm giving you all this. I gave good love. I bought your clothes. I ate your pussy too. I think that's what he said. As soon as I get home from work, and then you gonna do something out of line? Hell no. And see, but y'all gotta remember, back in the days, them old school niggas could whoop your ass and the police would come and he could explain to the police, yeah, I fucked this bitch up because she ain't had no
That's what I was just about to say.
Yep.
That's what I was just about to say. They said they want the old relationships. They said they want the old relationships, but they don't want that slap across the face when shit fucked up.
So y'all saying y'all want to beat the bitches?
No. We want to just, like my man Sean Connery said. Sean Connery said, when they get out of line, sometimes you got to put them back in line.
Hey, I tell you what, Cap, it's funny you mentioned that, because they damn sure want to beat us.
Yep.
They think they supposed to be able to put hands on a nigga. He ain't supposed to do nothing.
Right. Real talk.
They the first ones to go to violence. Think about it.
That's all I'm gonna tell you. Don't put your hands on me. I ain't never hit a woman, but don't put your hands on me either.
I've never hit a woman, but I fucked a bitch up.
Look at Tommy. Look at Tommy.
I have never in my life hit a woman, but them bitches got it.
Well, that's the thing, Cap. Nobody's saying put your hand on a woman, but here's the thing: nobody put their hands on anybody.
That right?
And then we won't have we won't. Right. Yeah, we no. That's what I was trying to say earlier about the whole thing, because they say they want this type of relationship. They want this type of love, right? But also, Granddaddy didn't take shit off of her. Granddaddy didn't want to hear that shit. I ain't saying beat your woman. I ain't saying slap her. But Granddaddy also, when he put his foot down, he put his foot down. But then also we have women now that feel like they are on equal playing field, that I can cuss him out, talk shit, slap him, and beat him, and then he's not supposed to do anything. He's supposed to be docile and subservient to what I say. And when a man raises up and says, "No, bitch, I ain't trying to hear that shit," and go upside her head after she done slapped him 20 times, now all of a sudden he's the bad guy. No, that's the bullshit. No, he defended himself. There was probably about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a woman that was pregnant. She stabbed her baby daddy, her boyfriend. She stabbed him because he put his plate in the microwave before she did, and got mad and stabbed him to death. And she had the baby while she was in jail. And they've been fighting each other and whatnot. They've been had this whole problem, and that wasn't the first time she stabbed him. That wasn't the first time she stabbed. It was another thing is I live by this principle. Even when I was 20 years old and I was freshly dating, if I got to beat you, I don't fucking need you. Because if you gonna sit there and talk shit to me and say and call me out my name, I know how to do it even better. They ain't start making pussy when they made yours. I know how to move around.
Well, here's the thing that here's the thing about that story that I can't figure out. What the hell is with black men that they don't know how to lead these bitches when they start getting violent?
Yeah.
If she stabbed them before, it's like, goddamn, like, what did you do?
I got the answer to this, and nobody wants to hear this. I got the answer though. A lot of us black men, if you go back to what you were saying, full circle, a lot of us are simps. A lot of us are such simps that we believe that it is a gift that this woman is fucking us, and we fear she gonna fuck someone else. So that's why a lot of times, and no one points this out, no one stays with a cheater more than black men do. We just don't go around talking about it. A lot of these niggas have stayed with these bitches, and these bitches done fucked around on them several times. We just don't get on the internet and do like they do and talk about it because ain't nobody gonna feel bad for us. So we sit around and stay silent, and niggas be fucking miserable. That's why your uncle don't say shit during the fucking family reunion. He just sit there because that bitch done fucked his life up, but he don't know how to lead. A lot of black men don't know how to lead these bitches because we know it ain't gonna take them but 2 seconds for them to get in the bed with another simp. So we take a couple stabbings. It'll heal.
What Kevin Hart say? He said his uncle ain't got no pockets.
I'm not making this up. It's a real thing.
He said, why you ain't got no pockets? He said, what would I need pockets for? She took everything. He's like, okay, bro, hold on.
Yeah, man. Well, nah, yeah, it goes back to, like you said, even the single mother aspect of the shit, right? To where now, you know, your dad's supposed to be the disciplinarian. Your dad's supposed to be the one to giving the corporal punishment, right? So you literally correlate love with physical punishment from your mom, right? So I tell you, this is super duper deep and serious, man. I tell people all the time, the psychological trauma that straight black men have, dog, a lot of it is attached to your mom, right? And because, you know, niggas don't believe in mental health, you know, talk to the Lord, pray about it. You know, no, nigga, go sit your ass down on somebody's couch. You know, the Lord gave him the skills to motherfucking figure out what's wrong with your motherfucking brain. All right.
It's fantastic. Make sure it's not on make sure that you tell them which couch to sit on, not the casting one.
Yeah, no,
niggas don't believe in that shit.
Niggas don't. You know what? That's what I'm saying, man. You know, I think that, you know, that's why black men have such a high, you know, self-deletion rate, bro. Is really
Mr.
bad.
Fantastic.
Go ahead,
can I say this to your point? Remember, you can't leave your mother. So now in your adulthood, you're incentivized to stay with that woman that's abusive. Remember, your mother used to beat you or whoop you all the other time, but you can't just leave your mother. So when I think that's the thing to talk about, that it carries over into your adulthood, that you're not supposed to leave this woman because
she
calling you names.
She loves you despite, again, she loves you, and she expresses her love for you through the physical violence, right? And you a man, you can take it. You ain't no pussy. Only a bitch ass dude only a bitch hits a woman. You can just walk away. You can just hold it. You can just this and another. I say this scenario all the time, man, and people don't even understand this shit, right? Like I said, people don't understand people, dog. Bro, I promise you, dog. If I sat any grown man down, Caps, me and him, about, you know, two big ass niggas, right? You take a 10-year-old girl, and I'm gonna handcuff your ass with your hands behind your back in a chair, okay? And I'm gonna let that 10-year-old girl punch you. The reason why your motherfucking hands behind your back, because eventually your fucking fight or flight, which is going to be fight, is going to fucking kick in because you have to survive. Survival is a fucking biological imperative. And there's certain shit that happens to you to where you have a reaction. So when these grown ass women putting hands on grown men, right? Bro, it don't take a lot, the motherfucker, bro. You know, people get in fights and die every day. Yep. Motherfucker, you know, fighting in the streets and you fall on the curb, hit your head, gone. You feel me? So again, this bitch hit you with a whole pot and a pan, right? You just supposed to be motherfucking Wolverine and take it and heal and act like nothing happened. Nah, man. Like, no, that, like, again, I'm not
Well,
for
fantastic. Flinching is a real thing, right? What
Yeah.
is flinching doing? It don't matter that somebody smaller than you did this. You flinch to protect yourself.
Right.
It is a human thing, and yet men, especially black men, and I'll let you go back, fantastic, but we've been expected to not be human.
Yeah, hey, Tommy,
Real
I
talk.
say we've been dehumanized. You can't feel, you can't cry.
Be a victim.
Work, nigga. Figure it out, nigga. Fix it.
Figure it
nigga.
out.
Yeah.
Fix it. If you don't serve a purpose for a black woman, you purposeless. You useless. You have no purpose as a black man. If your number one thing in life isn't the motherfucker make a black woman's life better, you serve no purpose to black people, man, for real. Unfortunately.
Can I ask the panel a question? A lot of how society operates today is springboarded off of the Victorian model of what patriarchy is supposed to be. We understand that, right? The Victorian era model is of what patriarchy is supposed to be, correct?
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of the insecurities that, especially with some of black men, because remember, we adopted pieces of that model after slavery, coming off of slavery, going into, so we're adopting bits and pieces of it. Do you think that model, because that model is based off of everything this woman does can affect me socially, and my identity is tied to what she did, and I have to constantly check and correct it? Do you think that can create certain insecurities in men when our identity is tied to what this woman does and how she behaves herself in public?
Well, for one, it's a bastardized version of patriarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think you're talking about chivalry when you're talking about the Victorian age.
Yeah, because remember in the Victorian era, how I look at it, right? I think it wasn't. I don't think it gave men true patriarchal power. I think this made you the custodian of.
No, it did. But see, you got to realize the problem is in the Western world, we take concepts and we change them. Right. So, when you hear women say, well, chivalry is dead, you're supposed to say, well, bitch, you're not a lady.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right?
You're supposed to be chivalrous to a lady, a woman that carries herself a certain way and operates a certain way. Like, people forget in the Victorian age, there were ladies, but there were also whores.
True.
Right.
And they didn't treat whores the same way they treated ladies.
They did not.
Also, if I can say quickly, hello everyone. Sorry. The everybody knew their place though, because I think in everything that all you guys are saying, when you dig back into those ages, the women never got outside of their place. So even to the grandfather that couldn't read, right? The woman was still there to have a certain support that she didn't let go of. And women nowadays, that support doesn't exist, because as you guys said, there has been a switch to where everything is like, it's me, it's mine. So there is no support given to the man, because women don't want to accept the fact that we'll always be interdependent. We'll never be dependent. We'll never be independent. And so I think in leaving that alone, there's no common goal that's being chased by women to be a lady, because at the end of the day, what is that? Because if indeed women were chasing after being a lady or having this womanhood that they all are chasing after, it wouldn't look like my clothes being skin tight, or me sticking my tongue out every 5 minutes, or even with that being said, having a conglomerate of men that I'm sleeping with to provide a life for me, knowing that one is sufficient enough. That's all.
Well, the thing about it, like, women today could not live up to the standard of what a lady was back then.
Because my thing is, bro,
it's impossible.
Not to cut you, angry man. My point is that because during the Victorian era, right, a man's social status was everything. That was the currency that affected your economy, what work you could get, and et cetera, et cetera. and how this woman represented you in public was very important. So, and even though men had mechanisms to correct and check that, they were still limited. Like you couldn't overly abuse your wife. That would be seen by, I guess, the church and your community as punishable.
Well, no. Here's the thing about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So back during that era, men made sure. First of all, the women that the men were picking to deal with,
mm-hmm.
they went to schools to learn how to be ladies. They were taught to behave proper and all of those different things. So when men picked a proper lady,
mm-hmm.
she didn't represent them bad in public. And if she did slip up and do something goofy in public, it wouldn't have been nothing drastic like cursing him out or nothing like that. It would have just been something she shouldn't have done. Just because he didn't do something, you said there was restraints. Yeah, in public. But when they was private, oh, trust and believe the slap was coming. Don't get it twisted. Back in the day, they like that. They don't talk about that part. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I like back in the day, in the Victorian era, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women couldn't talk a certain way to men or do certain aggressive things towards men. And that's the reason why men would defend them the way they did. So like if some dude disrespected your fiance, right? And back then they would get engaged. They would be engaged for mad long and shit, right? If you disrespected his fiance, that's when he took the glove off and shit and slapped you and said, I need satisfaction. You feel what I'm saying? The next day, y'all shooting at each other and shit, right?
But hold on, everybody. So then, by that logic, do you really blame Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock?
Yes, because he was defending the honor of a woman that wasn't honorable.
Okay, all right. I see what you're saying.
You feel what I'm saying? Like back then, when they were defending a lady, it was an honorable woman. This is a woman, even if he wasn't married to the woman, she was still a virgin.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like this woman that Will, like people could argue, oh, he was defending his wife, but by that point, she shouldn't even been his wife no more.
Yeah, and why did he choose to defend her at that point? And then also the biggest thing, Angry Man, everything that you said was correct, but also women weren't really allowed to speak at all, especially when a man was speaking. There was no excuse me, can I speak? No, you can't. Like you're not in a setting to speak. You're not around. If you're around. They weren't around a whole bunch of men anyway, because it just wasn't allowed. It was very improper. So when you go to etiquette school, you just learn that. You learn how to eat, drink, touch things, sit, all that stuff. Of course, women aren't going to do that nowadays, because nowadays it's the thing to be everything that is not. So everything that is improper, everything that is not polite, and it's applauded. So
yeah. And that was like considered really unruly for if you were at a social setting where there were men and women, for a woman to just butt into a conversation between two men, that was totally inappropriate.
Right.
Well, it wouldn't have happened because she wouldn't have been in that setting. And if she wasn't in the setting,
I only pointed that out because I only pointed that out because in this day and age, it's still always the man's fault, even though we're not in that era. And a lot of how we date today is
it comes from
that era.
It comes from that expectation that, like, this is the way it works. The expectation that comes from that's still true to this day.
Mm-hmm.
If you pick a certain type of woman, other men wouldn't respect you.
Mm.
So whatever your woman is, like, who was that? I think it was Jerry Seinfeld that said you could tell a lot about a man by the shoes he wears, the car he drives, and the woman he picks to be his wife.
Mm.
But now some of that, I don't want to, like some of that, sometimes when I do this part, I don't want it to be perceived wrong, but you know, men have a fucked up psychology when they pick women too, though.
Yeah.
It's not one sided. Like, of course, we're talking about the women's role. That's the subject that we're having right now. But when you say you judge a man by this, you know, even the Bible says a wicked woman is given to a wicked man as a portion. Sometimes we choose wrong. Like, we know this woman is a hoe, but we think, what is the logic we say in the hood? You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. But how many of us try to do that?
Yeah, and that's what I mean when I say that remnants of that mentality in the Victorian age is if you picked a woman if you as a man picked a woman that was not a lady, that was not a proper lady, other men didn't respect you.
But
they looked at you like you wasn't shit.
But in this day and era, if
it's not like that today, though.
In our culture,
it's not like that today.
Right.
Like,
I mean, what I'm saying now, it's not like that today by men. Like what you're saying, I agree with 100%. Men used to have a standard amongst ourselves if women didn't. So, like you said, if you was with some bum ass broad, that's a bum ass broad. Period. Whether she was a hoe or not, you would, as a man, you would be ashamed to even come around other men knowing that you had that woman as your wife.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever watched any of y'all ever watched Peaky Blinders?
Yeah. It's got my boy and it got Cillian Murphy in it. It's got the dude that played Bane.
Yeah, so one of the younger brothers in the Peaky Blinders, he had children that he had to look after because his wife passed away. So he was trying to find a chick to marry so she can look after these kids. And he was going to marry the one chick he was going to pick was the prostitute. And they wouldn't let him do it. They're like, nah, you can't do that, bro. What you think?
In black culture, they'll let in black culture.
Found him a wife. They found him a wife to marry. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, bro, you can't do that, man. That's
but look what we got now, though. Look what we got now. So now we got Stephon Diggs knocking up a prostitute who became a rapper by the name of Cardi B, and it's all an okay thing. You watch these women. I've seen these platforms where these women were trying to shame these men into saying they don't want women with children. It used to be that as soon as a woman had a kid out of wedlock, she knew that lowered her worth in the dating field.
Yeah.
Now these women will tell you it's something wrong with you if you don't want them. A real man will step in and take care of a kid. No bigger stepdaddies on earth than black men.
Yeah. They're like.
Well,
no, you're wrong on that.
My bad. I was gonna say one of the new things.
No, Tommy, you're wrong. The step studs.
Who bigger stepdaddies than us?
The step studs, man. The step studs got us beat.
Oh,
oh shit!
Did you say the step studs?
The step studs. Hey,
you know they used
there's a new thing.
They used to call me in college the human stud finder.
Oh damn!
I like screwing them studs. I don't know why I like to turn them back into women.
Exactly.
She cooking and cleaning now. She wasn't doing none of that before. Nigga, she put a dress on. I'm not. It ain't gonna be no grocery shaming, no iPhone shaming, now no stud shaming. We gonna.
Hey, you can always see the bad bitch and the nigga pretender, Tommy. I say it, man. Listen, man, she finds it. That's a woman up under them motherfucking jabot.
Right. Little titties in the there.
It's a lot of
pussy. Okay, and more likely
it's a lot of pussy under the face.
Hey, and it's almost untouched, Tommy.
Yes,
almost untouched, baby.
And listen, let me tell you, y'all remember that one that Rita G? Rita G hadn't been with no man. That girl that was in the that I used to date that was in the Flashing Lights video with Kanye West. When I got her, she hadn't been with a man in 15 years. 15. Man, when she opened her leg, it was almost like when you open up the Fresh Jar Jif. You know when you take that thing off. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You be like, oh.
Like, hey, the harp just hit. Oh.
Sweet Jesus.
That's what it was like. It was wonderful. I said, wow, this is amazing. But anyway, y'all were talking about what the men used to have to deal with, and that is true. There used to be like a standard. There was a give and take when it came to the relationship between men and women. Now it appears like there's a take and take when it comes to what the women.
Like they still hold men up to an obligation, even though they give women their autonomy and freedom. Which during the Victorian age, that was a trade-off, right? I gave up my sovereignty as a man. She gave up her autonomy to me. It's like she was to obey me, but I was obligated to her. This was because during the Victorian era, they were surviving the industrialization age. Because in Great Britain, they were evolving from a feudalistic society, so they had to make that union as a way to survive and build wealth or whatever in that timeline. So that was what that was based off of. But now we get to the 1960s, feminism, it shifted that balance and had men up to obligation and gave women freedom and autonomy. And it shifted the power into their hands, the pseudo power anyway. It's not real power. It's just power where, like, I guess the state can, what you call, what's the word?
You know, a woman's power has always been to be able to get in your head.
Right. No. But their power, because what they're doing with their autonomy is what? Sexual liberation, I guess working in the workforce, so that the whatever state can tax them. It's an exploit of their pseudo power.
Like, here's the funny thing. Remember, men were the ones who were supposedly exploiting women in their sexual whatever it was.
Yeah.
Then they gave women the autonomy to do whatever they wanted to do. And what have women fallen on? What have they fallen on? Their number one way of making money.
Sexuality. Because remember, their sexuality was just with that one dude that was obligated to her. So it was a reward system. It was a given, like I said, push and pull, yin yang or whatever.
Like Angel Reese said she didn't want to be sexualized. Who sexualizes Angel Reese more than Angel Reese?
She.
Yeah, but guess what, Tommy?
That bitch was in lingerie and everything. Talk about I'm so
But guess what? They don't want to be sexualized. But then when you get the blonde-haired white girl to lay across the car to take the picture, why we ain't the standard of beauty? Like, you got to pick a struggle. Which one is it going to be? Either you want to be sexualized or you don't want to be sexualized. And I got news for you. If you're going to be the standard of beauty, you're going to be sexualized.
Oh, I got to say this to you. I honestly believe that women know they bring nothing to the table but how they look. And let me explain to you why. Because even when they get around each other, what do they talk about with each other? They look. Yeah. Women get around other women and tell each other how they look. Mm-hmm. Women believe they bring nothing. If all these black women claim they was educated, you can't go to none of them Instagram and see them graduating. You can't see them in their cap and gown, but you damn sure
talking about what they graduated into or what career they have and them being in pursuit of it. And then even if they do feel like all they bring to the table is their looks, why are they always altering them or trying their best to alter them?
Well, because that's what they believe. Only thing they bring is their looks. They know their looks are subpar. Mm-hmm. Like as a guy, if you know the only thing if you know women want dick, which guys know it, you know if you got a micro penis.
Well, the reason why today they keep altering their looks is because, quite frankly, many of them have been acting like men for so long, they're starting to look like them.
Most of these bitches is ugly. It used to be a thing. You know why Liz Taylor was a thing? Because there wasn't a bunch of them. You knew that woman looked like, seriously, like you knew this wasn't a thing. No. Now everybody think they girlfriend's supposed to look like the bitch on Instagram, and the bitch on Instagram, the bitch on that's following the girl on Instagram thinks she's supposed to look like her. Well, let me tell you how delusional women are. Women are the only people in the world that will put makeup, then put a filter, put on hair, and do all this shit, and then get other motherfuckers to congratulate them on how fake they look. Girl, you look good. And they'll say, thank you. Imagine, angry man, I put a piece of sausage in my pants, took a picture of it, and you came in the comment section was like, Tommy, that thing banging. And I was like, thank you, bro. Imagine how stupid that would be. But that's what bitches do. Bitches give each other credit for shit they know ain't real.
You know, back then, like, women wanted to be their own beautiful. They didn't want to be everybody.
In the 90s.
You know what I mean? Like they wanted to have their own look. They didn't want Angela Bassett didn't want Halle Berry's look. They wanted their own look, and they was beauty in themselves. Whereas today, everybody the same. Fake lips, fake titty, fake ass, fake everything. Like it's nothing unique about a woman anymore. Like
That's what it was.
a woman wants to be valued, but she's not giving nothing of value except like when you lead with the beauty and then you get mad when a man just treats you as an object when you're only giving them an object to actually look at. There's no value behind that object. There's nothing that comes with it. What can you do? I can twerk. What can you do? I can ride dick. What can you do? I can suck dick. What can you do? Can you do anything else besides that? Well, you know,
there's a lot of.
That's why that girl said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got that ring. That was one of the worst lines since, even though you was a black queen, with the crack fiend mama, you always was black queen. How you gonna tell these black hoes, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got that ring?
Hey, you know,
because they don't. How many women do you know that are just out here cooking up a storm or cleaning? They're not.
I mean, they cooking in Atlanta,
but they had to be able to cook. Hey, I'll tell you everything that we.
I said they cooking in Atlanta, but it's because of the STDs. But I feel what you're saying.
Everything we talking about. That Ayesha Curry, she's
go into it.
Listen, she set women back.
Yeah.
I mean, she set women like what that song Paul Abdul had, take 2 steps forward, I'll take 2 steps back. Like 20 steps back. Like Ayesha Curry is like shitting on a man that every woman says that they want.
This is not her first time doing it. I'm so
right. Yeah, this is a history.
I'm over.
That bitch is a habitual line stepper.
She just keeps going there. I'm sorry.
So my question.
You know why? You know why she does that?
Attention.
Because too many niggas in her life told her she was cute.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna argue with you on that, Angry Man. I don't think it's that, because she wouldn't have married him. See, she married him because women told her. Here's the thing: women try to do what other women want. Other women said, "Girl, this nigga in the NBA, I'd marry him. Your man got this, I'd do it." So women don't do a lot of things because they want to. They do it because the crowd tells them to do it. Now look at what the crowd is telling them to do now. The crowd is telling you every time you get everything you want, now complain about your problem of having it. Tell me I'm lying. What in the fuck has been going on right now with Michelle Obama? This bitch is complaining about what she has. You wanted celebrity, you wanted all this stuff. Now you're complaining. Am I lying that what women do is act like they struggling? Then when they get to wherever it is they're supposed to have everything, they complain about having everything. These bitches love to complain about the husband they got. They love to complain about their kids. They get online and tell you more fuck shit about their kids than good shit about their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Mathis.
Yeah, Tommy, you remember? Tommy,
that
you
nigga begged his way back into marriage. That was so fucking embarrassing, man. This nigga went from crack to the longest syndicated motherfucking Judge TV show ever. His wife, after 20 years, say, "Nigga, I'm leaving. I won't have."
See,
this nigga get on with, I just want my wife back. You know,
and you know what? That's messed up because that's really what he want. Like he stayed with this woman for 20 some odd years.
Black men love black women. Don't black men love black women. Black women, that hypergamy thing is a real thing. They're constantly looking for the next thing. And when you said this, Cap, I want you to elaborate on that. You said, and that's really what he wants. Like that sadness you hear from him, it's real. He wants his wife.
He didn't get with her to leave. Like he's with this woman for 20 years. He didn't get with her. And here's the fucked up part. Like you with a man for 20 years, so you're gonna leave him and start back at one for what? Right. You 20
years. You leaving out the most important part, Cap. Because I was on a panel and they was talking about that when it first happened. And there was some chicks saying, well, you know, if he promised that he was going to slow down working so that they could spend more time together, What
She ain't
should
gonna have no
she do?
money.
I said she should sit her goofy ass down on that expensive ass couch in that expensive ass house that he done worked his whole life and paid for. That nigga worth millions, and you complain?
And you know what that comes from? And even with Ayesha Curry, the real root of Ayesha Curry is she's jealous of Stefan Curry.
Yeah.
She's jealous because when you hear her talk, she says, I thought I was gonna have a career, but Steph got a career. Steph didn't force her to be with her. Steph didn't force her to have kids. Steph didn't force her to get married. But I think she thought that she would ascend. And here's the other diabolical part. My Rib was telling me about this. When you think about it, Steph Curry's in the NBA, makes hella money. She don't have to babysit kids. So whatever career she actually wanted, she could have went and had.
But he already done
It's
it.
all about complaining though at this point. And that's what it's been about for her
Right.
for a while. It's the joy of complaining and then having all these women that are silly coming, but I can understand you going through it. It reminds me of a show that Tommy did when Nia Long was like, she wished she would have slept with more people or been with more people. And when he was talking about the show, he's like, why would you come out and say this? And everybody is just like, oh, this is how she feels and it's important. It's not though. Like,
No, it's not.
why would you talk about you wishing you could have been with more people? And we know that she's not a kept woman, but you wanted to be with even more people. I'm confused. Like they make themselves look awful, but then you get these crowd of women that are standing behind them and like, oh, I understand you. So we just waddle in stupidity. Like that's where we're going
Real
in life.
talk. And you know what's heavy? Like when she said she's wanted that career and she couldn't get it. And like you said, Lyric, this ain't the first time she said it. But this is the only thing when she does this. This is when she gets the attention that she feels she would have got if she had a career. So you know what her career is? Shitting on Steph. Because now,
an embarrassment.
That's what I'm saying. Like so now,
an embarrassment to her.
So she's already jealous that she didn't have a career and he has it. And then when she first said it, it got her attention. So whenever she ain't getting no attention, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shit on my man. When she says she didn't want to have the kids, imagine if her kids hears that shit. This is what's diabolical as a mother.
They're going to hear
how
it.
do you not think about your kids as a mother?
Because it was never about them.
Right.
90% of women that get pregnant, it was an accident anyway. So we're just gonna have a baby that was like,
I tell you what, you think she jealous now. Wait till that daughter of hers get older.
Yeah.
And start doing things and start building because she'll have the freedom to do so. Listen, man, mothers be jealous. I say this all the time. Mothers be jealous of their daughters. Mothers be jealous of the daughter's relationship with the father.
Yeah.
I mean, all that. Listen, I saw on Instagram two things. I saw on Instagram where this woman said, if my boyfriend breaks up with me, I'm gonna make my son gay.
Damn.
That's what she said.
Cold right there.
That's how women think because they're too selfish. They're too into their own self to even think about their own kids. Like Ayesha Curry is a superstar. She's a superstar because of Steph. She's a superstar because of herself. So when she speaks, the whole world sees it. So everybody, her kids know that this is her mother and that she's famous. You think them kids ain't gonna come there and say, damn, kids is brutal. Damn, your mom ain't even want you.
She want to be on a TV show showing everybody her old behind like Lala.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait. I wanted to go back to what Cap just said. That fucked my head up. That you are that conniving, not even just conniving, but you are that self-centered that you said you're gonna make your son gay.
That's what she said.
You had no business. You have no business having fucking children. You had no business having fucking children, but you but she let alone just came out and said, "I'm gonna make him gay."
Yeah,
No, that's
you said.
but you
And
know
what
what?
she
It's even worse because this now in day and age they use this gayness shit or this all this other shit as a fucking weapon. They know that hurts a man. No man wants to see his son be a punk. We can accept it and say, hey, that's your lifestyle, but we don't want to see that shit. And we don't. I'm telling you, no, I don't accept shit. But
But
there are some people out there.
you know what's deeper
Hmm?
than that? What's deeper than that is like what she said goes into the psychology of the vengeance that women do when, like, if a relationship fails, women use the children as a form of
Hmm.
control. And
Yep.
don't let them find out that you love the kids. Don't you
Oh,
think
they do that.
when you break up, with the woman, y'all gonna co-parent? If she know that you love them kids will be her weapon that she used to get against you. The way
She
Every
would
Diddy
time.
dangle them
did.
kids in front of you every
Yep,
single time. That
yep.
happened to me for 18 fucking
Yeah,
years. I had to
what,
had to
oh, go ahead, brother.
deal with and all of a sudden, meet me here, meet me there. I'm like, hey, let's meet in the middle. Let's do no. And she wanted her fucking way. And then when I went to court to file for joint custody, you know what she told my daughter? Your daddy trying to take me. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm just trying to get you to comply. I'm just trying to get it to where we can work something out. And
You know something.
yeah.
No man on this planet has it easier than a deadbeat dad. And that's
It's
crazy.
funny, but
That's
it's true.
nasty work, bro.
It's funny, but it's true. Like all they gonna do is just call him a name. He just deadbeat. Okay, what? But when you are in your child's life and you trying to be there 24/7, you trying to make sure that they know where they get all their mannerisms from and everything, and you trying to instill some type of life in them and tell them don't make the same mistakes that you made. Here comes that motherfucker to fuck up every single thing that you just taught your child. It's diabolical. It's
I,
diabolical.
Straight
It's
up.
just, I'm sorry, but you know this shit. It just hits home, and I'm like, how did y'all develop this? But it goes back to what we always talk about: the mother. If you even when we brought it up earlier, when you look at the mother and daughter dynamic, they can't stand each other. They damn in a crib fighting all the fucking time. They arguing, and then not to say that all the degrading shit that she says to her daughter. Look at you trying to be fat, trying to show off them little titties and eggs. You out there trying to fuck them boys. You out there trying to and just said this same thing. Now that little girl takes that into her adulthood and treats her son the same exact way and can't understand why the fuck he's so fucking emotional because you just beat him down all his fucking life. And then told him don't be fucking emotional. Now when he lashes out and starts slapping the shit out of every motherfucker around there, you don't take accountability. That's my baby. My baby wouldn't do nothing like that. That little motherfucker is a fucking terror. And you raised that little motherfucking terror. And the
Well,
cycle fucking continues.
the thing about it, you got to realize, like, with these women, if the only value they see in themselves is their looks and their youth,
Mm.
then of course they're gonna have a problem with their daughter because their daughter is the newer version of them.
Yep. Yep.
Their daughter is the younger, prettier version of
Yep.
them.
Of them. Mm-hmm.
And so they're looking at them like, and don't let the daughter have it going on more than she had it going on when she was that age. You feel me? Like if you have a woman, like, let's say for argument's sake, she got pregnant at, like 18, 19, like young or whatever, right? And her daughter is at that age but ain't got no kids. And she got she got a decent job and she got shit going on for her. Oh my God. she gonna be persona non grata at that crib.
I got a question.
I think.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I got a question. This probably might be a two-part question. Like how we see how black women responding to Ayesha Curry, and they're kind of like encouraging her, I guess, to break up with Steph, or they kind of looking at the situation as this is an okay situation. But when they look at Cardi B doing what she did, they worship Cardi B. Can we use this as social proof to say that when black women say niggas ain't shit, and if they had this type of black man like Steph Curry, that they would respond respectfully and be who they say they're gonna be, that's a lie?
It's not based. It's never based on. One thing I can say for certain: the lie is, if woman had this type of man, she would do X, Y, Z. And the truth is, it's never based on what type of man the man is. The woman's either a good woman or she not.
Right. Regardless of the man.
Yeah, regardless of the man. Because there's plenty of women I know that's good women, and they talk to dudes that's pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they still good women. You feel what I'm saying? So like it's never based on that. When a woman is a good woman, she's gonna be a good woman, whether she got a good dude or a bad dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not emotional too. Good woman, good dude, and shit like that. Because nobody's good all the time. Nobody's bad all the time. It's just that your good outweighs the bad. That's really essentially what you're saying. But in 2025, what we're seeing is two sides of the spectrum. The only woman I would ever give credit to is Sierra. Sierra is the only woman I give credit to. She is.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna tell you why I give credit. I mean, only on this part. She was with Future, right? And at least she went and got the opposite of Future. She learned that lesson. Cardi B was with Offset, and everything that she complained about Offset, she went and got the same dude in Offset. At least Sierra went and got a total opposite cat, and she's still with the cat. She said that.
I see what you're saying, Cat. But
the jury's still out on Sierra.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Cat.
They've been together for years, though. That's all I'm saying. Like at least she said, like, if you think about Cardi B went and got with a cat that got either one or two women pregnant before she even got pregnant, doing threesomes and whatever sexual bullshit, the same shit that she could have did with Offset. She turned herself into what we would call a baby mama. So now she got two baby daddies when she didn't have to have that. The reason why I'm saying Sierra is the reverse is because Future is the equivalent to Offset. Future having sex with a lot of different women. She didn't want to live that lifestyle. So she went and got what we might call a square, but Russell Wilson is a good dude. And far as we know, I don't know of her or him doing anything against each other in that. That's why I'm saying.
Man, Russell Wilson is online. Russell Wilson is online trying to use Future's son as a prop to get on Future's nerves.
I'm not talking about that part. I'm not talking about the son part. I'm talking about picking the man part. You're right about the son part. I'm with you on that. I'm just talking about she went and made sure she picked an opposite. Like you could say she learned that lesson. Cardi B didn't learn no lesson.
The thing with that though, Cap, I contend with is how that situation came to be. I understood if she never knew Future and she didn't have him, I guess, in the friend zone for 10 years while she was picking other dudes, then I might agree with you. But the fact that was the situation, she was dating other dudes while having Future as, I guess, in the friend zone box, and then got that situation.
No, I'm talking about she learned the lesson overall. Anybody can learn the lesson. Like she could have been a hoe. She could have been a hoe up to that point, and then got with Russell Wilson, and then stopped being a hoe. That's all I'm saying.
I think Sierra is like the NBA player that, you know, had good contracts, got drafted into the NBA, and spent all of their money and was lucky enough to get a sportscasting job. That's what I think Sierra is, right? She was lucky enough to get a sportscasting job, so she got that final Hail Mary. You feel me? But like I said, the jury is still out.
That's what I'm saying. And when that situation failed, they still gonna blame. They're gonna blame.
They've been together for years now, so I ain't gonna put her in that box. But my point was just saying, like, if you're gonna learn a lesson, let's say if you picked a bad woman or picked a bad man. So let's say if Sierra picked bad men her whole life, and then she gets with a guy like Russell Wilson. So far, she hasn't fumbled that. Cardi B, on the other hand, which is called love mapping, she went straight to what she knows, which is Stephon Diggs. She didn't learn nothing. And then you got the other side of the spectrum, which everybody would think Steph Curry would be the ideal man. And then Ayesha Curry gets him, gives her what she wants, and I don't believe the excuse that she couldn't have a career because she had money. You
No,
can get
he
babysitters.
He
Well,
literally
I
paid
think
into what she wanted him to, what she wanted to do. She wanted to be a cook. She had a cookbook. She had a cooking
That's what I'm
show.
saying. Like he
She
do, like
funded
she don't
everything.
have,
Well,
she don't have the excuse. I'm gonna tell you who's the GOAT woman right now, though. Savannah James. So LeBron
I don't
James is the GOAT,
know. She been
and
talking
Savannah's the GOAT. Savannah
well,
bad.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem. I'm gonna tell you what the real problem is with the whole Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry situation. And nobody ever points this out. Two light-skinned niggas with green eyes don't need to be together. They canceling each other out. That's
How
what the
you
problem
light
is.
skin hating on light skinned niggas, man?
It's the truth. It's the truth. They canceling each other out, bro.
I don't think that's true. I
So you think one thing is they light skin outshines
Oh man, you two light skinned people could be together, man.
They jealous of each other's light skin powers and shit. That's
No,
what.
he just has somebody that she needs to know what it's like to not have him, and then she'll stop complaining because that's what she wants anyway. She wants to see what it's like out there.
I'm telling you, she gets off. Her only what she feels good with is when she can shit on Steph and the attention that comes with it. She's thriving off of that negative attention because all she's had, when you think about all they've had, there's no scandal. Like Steph Curry don't have no scandal. He has a good, and she wants some type of wild shit. Like she wants to feel alive, I guess. I don't know, man.
And that's absolutely crazy. And then if she wanted to cook, she would be the best person to cook within a marriage, and then they had children. You could cook like that. She could have had more cookbooks, made more recipes. Like her having a career stop is absolutely.
She got tired of that, and she wanted to be naked. So remember, she started out as a conservative wife, and you need to be covered up, and you know your goodies are for your man. And then she had to get on a fucking magazine cover, you know, showing her body off. So basically, like you guys talked about, this is a jealousy thing. She's used to being the cute girl, you know, her entire life, and so on and so forth. And for those that don't know, Steph wasn't supposed to be this big. Pause. Right? Steph, he started out with a whole bunch of injuries. They didn't even think he was going to actually make it and have a lucrative NBA career. He finally got right, you know what I'm saying, got over the ankle injuries, and he turned into who he is today. So she never had any interest or understanding and cared to learn about who and what Steph was. Like she was telling the thing about how, like, oh, it's basketball. I don't know anything about basketball. Well, you marrying this man, so you don't think you need to garner some type of interest and even give a fuck to learn. You feel me? So I think this is just a telltale sign for men, right? And Steph talked about them both together, talked about just how infatuated he was with her. You know, this is the classic case of you liking a girl more than the girl likes you. So of course, if it benefits her, as you guys said earlier, right, she's gonna go along with it. But because, you know, a woman can only put up with resentment and shit for so long, and if she had the leverage where she knows is nothing that's gonna happen, Steph is a lifelong California resident and player. Okay, if he can't leave if he want to, that nigga end up with negative money. You feel me? All the money he got, with I think they got 4 kids. Yeah, it's out of the picture. So anytime she feels like, you know, expressing herself and talking about her plight, it's gonna be some shit that happened. And because at the end of the day, just like the Judge Mathis situation, he truly loves this woman. He adores her. Right, he don't plan on going nowhere, and whatever it takes, or however she wants to do it, he's just gonna take the punishment and keep it going.
Yeah.
Question: what's the solution for younger black men like myself? Because I'm in construction and I'm gonna go into the trades pretty soon. That's coming into money and want to have kids with a black woman. And the second part of the question: does any vetting skill help you to predict this unpredictability with women? Because that's what the niggas all over the internet keep saying, and I'm fucking sick of that bullshit. You gotta have a high level.
You know what you sound like, brother? You sound like the dude that go to the casinos and you gonna beat blackjack. That's what you sound like right now.
That's what these niggas, this is
He said you gonna beat blackjack.
You gotta have a master's degree, vetting skill level to predict somebody you can't predict.
Hey, but you know, if you talking about how you, I'm sorry, who was that about to speak? You can go. Hey, Corey, I think you was about to go. You can go before me if you want.
Yeah, I was about to say one of the number one things is to lay down the law. Stop accepting bullshit. Stop accepting her yelling at you. Don't accept her trying to throw your shit out. Get your own stuff. She can't control what your stuff is. Take control of your life, and she gonna have to follow. If she don't want to follow, and guess what? She can be gone.
If you talking about picking a woman, right? Before you, Proverbs 11:22 says, "As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion," right? And so before you even go pick a woman, you got to make sure you a man. Because if you not a man, I'm not saying you're not, but what I'm saying is in general, I say this about myself when I get a woman. You got to make sure that you're a man. Your job don't make you a man because jobs come and go. Your career don't make you a man because careers come and go. But you have to be a man that has principles. You have to be a man that has standards, what you allow, what you don't allow. And when you look at that woman that looks good, you got to make sure that that's not a jewel in a swine's snout, which is a pig. Because if you don't know how to look within yourself, you're not going to be able to look within that woman. You'll be choosing that woman off of her physical appearance. Also, I would suggest is don't have sex with her till you're ready to stay with her.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
you gotta add this part too.
Yeah.
You gotta add this part too.
Wait, because that let me hit my horn. Hold on. Yeah. Don't lay with that woman if you're not gonna stay with her. Tommy don't like that part.
But you gotta add this part too, though, Cap, because this is what I noticed with a lot of the younger dudes. You gotta know that regardless of how you map it out, regardless of how you vet, regardless of how you plan, you're never going to eliminate risk.
Right.
If you dealing with a woman, there's always gonna be risk.
And if you're dealing with a black woman, multiply that by 30.
And and let me add something else that most men and women refuse to do when they're meeting. Have an argument.
Yes.
You have to have a disagreement. If a man, and this is to ladies, if a man yeses you to death, he's trying to fuck you, and that's it. If a woman yeses you to death, she's trying to fuck you, and that's it.
Well, she's just trying to fuck you up. If a woman yeses you to death, she's trying to fuck you up.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Like when you meet somebody, it's like you don't want to have the conflict because you're trying to get to the end game. Don't be afraid of conflict. You need to draw out Keisha. If you're dating Keisha, you need to draw out Keisha. How do you draw out Keisha? She's going to say something she wants to do that you know you don't want her to do. She's going to wear something you know you don't want her to wear, and you got to say no and then see how she responds to the constant no, you can't do this. No,
you don't even got to wait for her to do something wrong, brother. This is what you do, right? You go over there and you sit next to her, you go,
don't do that.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
Absolutely.
No, what you do is you go over there and you say, I'm gonna tell y'all this is how you
do that because that's weak. That's weak, angry man. That's weak.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all this is 100% it's worked every time. Just walk up, sit down, and tell her you voted for Trump.
No, hey, let me tell you. The worst
thing every time. Tell a black chick, if it's a black lady, sit down and tell her you voted for Trump.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't ever go to your woman and do that. Oh, don't do that.
Shit.
Because I'm gonna tell you, all you showing to your woman is that you fucking weak. She don't want no weak man. I'm telling you, listen, man, don't go over there talking about don't do that shit.
Nah.
That's
only an issue if you actually are a weak man.
Nah, she does that for you. She leans on your shoulder. You are the man. If you testing her, you don't test her by
the entire point.
No,
that's the entire point. You're trying to get her to go there. You're trying to get it. Look, I put it to you like this. You know how you know it works? What did the lyrics say soon as I said that shit?
She said, don't do that.
I said,
don't do that. Thank you. There
because
you go right there. Instant reaction.
Don't do that because you have words.
Instant reaction.
Because you have words. I think
But let me ask you this, Let me ask you this before you go. Is that a pet peeve, and would that start an argument?
It's not a pet peeve of mine, so I can't answer if it's a pet peeve for.
Or would it start an argument with a typical woman?
I don't know what the typical woman would be, but what I will say is that if you are looking for a woman and you do get with a woman and that woman is not used to having like uncomfortable conversations, because every conversation isn't going to be like a walk through the field or whatever.
Right.
And she doesn't understand that you guys will always like have a strong bond or whatever, but you won't always like each other, and she can't get over that, then that's an issue, because you're gonna have uncomfortable conversations. You're both gonna be moody at times, but if you can't come back together, then that's a big issue. And the only reason why I said something about the breathing thing is I'm a person with words, and you men are
that shit
with
sounds
words.
crazy to me.
Just use your words, like use your words. And a woman a woman that is very interested in you. For example, my husband, if he's had a bad day, when he walks through the door, I can see it in his face. I could see it in his face. So he doesn't have to sigh. And so if he wants to talk about it, I invite him to talking about it. If he wants to wait, go ahead and wait, eat first and then maybe talk about it later. But you have words. That's the only reason why I said something about
this is what Mr. Fantastic was talking about earlier. See, y'all trying to dehumanize me. People sigh. People sigh.
Did he say dehumanize? Did he just
people sigh? Okay, when people get frustrated, they sigh.
Can't sigh. A man can't.
Tell men they can't sigh.
A man cannot do that, man. No, a man cannot sigh to his woman.
The only nigga that can sigh is Young.
The only male that can sigh is a child or a teenager. As a man, you can't sigh to your woman.
Ain't no baseball fans in here. I get it. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, we was lost on that one.
I know what you're talking about. Cy Young. Cy Young Award.
But that nigga dead. That nigga been dead for like 100 years. That nigga been dead for like 100 years.
The award every year. Every year they give it out. Oh.
Bro, I'm not only am I gonna sigh, but I'm gonna have a whole walnut right here in the middle of my.
God, I'm hurt.
I think that whoever you get with, they'll be okay with that sigh. So you go ahead and sigh. You let it out.
I'm already married.
Well, I wanted to say
work.
I wanted to say this.
I think because you're a light skinned nigga. I don't know.
See,
not too much. Not too much on the light skin, man. Not too much.
Yeah, right.
Too much for the light skin niggas.
They expect that kind of behavior from y'all.
I'm sensitive about the light skin thing. I don't have the trifecta.
But you just did Steph Curry and Ayesha.
He did bring up the light
skin. Well, first of all, here's the thing y'all don't understand. There's levels to light skin niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Like
I'm the creme de la creme of light skin nigga.
That nigga got you in the same boat as me.
Let me drop a bomb for myself.
You got the light skin, but you don't got the different color eyes and the super curly hair.
I got light brown eyes. Don't hate. You just ain't gaze into them. But the ladies,
don't let me go.
Don't let me zoom with the camera, nigga.
I will never find out.
He just wants you to look a little closer into the camera.
Oh,
Boy, I just went full light skin mode. I went full light skin on that.
yeah, no. Oh. Yeah, you remember that comedian said that? He said you can't let Prince look you in the face. I remember I can't remember who that was. He said, "Man, you let Prince look you in the face."
Wasn't it Charlie Murphy?
I knew it was. He said, "But you can't let that man look you in the face."
Man.
No, they said it was Jamie Foxx. He said, "You can't let that man look you in the face." What that one comedian said, Prince said he was singing, "Could you be the most beautiful?" He said he looked at him and said, "No, nigga, could you be?"
Oh man.
Okay. First off, the people was asking me where I was going. I appreciate the young brother who came in here. He said we was talking some good shit. Young man came in and he took a long time to put it up because there's a lot of stuff going on. But people wonder where I was going. I got something to show it. I just want to show it off. Y'all check it out. This is the video of what just happened. This is what they hooked it up for me. For my family's coming this weekend. We're having a huge little video, whatever the crap going on.
Cool.
But check this out right here. What's going to come up? He put this up right here on the wall. It is 100-inch screen TV. Look at it.
Damn it! I only got an 86. I'm gonna be like you when I grow up.
Oh, it's 100 on the other side too. You look on the left. You see? You look on the left. There's another one.
That's fine.
100.
Over my ear. Hold on.
Like that.
That's it. Now see it. Got 200s back to back. We got the full bar full up. I'm ready.
Tommy, looking at this, man, I remember when I was there, like you still had it like under construction, like you were still building it, like the last time that I saw it. So seeing that, I see like the completed work, man. That's dope. That's dope.
So you got like a finished basement, right?
Yeah.
Which the outside. The outside is done too. So when you come back
outside, yeah. I can't wait to come back down there, man. Because I've been to Tommy's spot a couple times and I've seen the steps in building it. So that's good to do it like that.
And just so y'all know, I did not look him in the eye.
Nice, Tommy.
Yeah.
I did not look this thing in the eyes. I didn't look him in the eye. Every time he touched his hand, I looked down like this. I did not. Nope. So this didn't happen.
If you did.
Nope. It's not gonna happen. I look at his shoes. He got nice shoes. I've seen those. That's what
We are not judging you. This is a safe space.
Don't tell that.
And speaking of safe space, we got my man Brian that came up in the building. Brian, I'm gonna let you lead off with this because I want you guys to see this. We are talking about the state of black women and what it is that they do. And I know I still got to ask y'all about Puffy, and I know it's getting late on the evening, but I do want y'all to take a look at this. And Brian, I want you to be first to tell me what you think about this.
Uncovering disturbing new details about a mother accused of shooting her 4 children, killing 2 of them. This is 31-year-old Oninda Romulus, seen here in a 2022 mugshot from Georgia when she was arrested on drug charges. We're also learning Child Protective Services had previously been called to her home, but details of that case remain unclear.
Troy Class has been following all of this since the weekend, and he spoke with the suspect's father earlier today. He's in Angleton for us tonight. Troy?
We've been working to learn more about Romulus, who is in jail, and any motive for the shooting. Meanwhile, in newly obtained court documents, we're learning about what Romulus told investigators after she was arrested, but a motive for the shooting is still unclear.
New details are beginning to emerge after 4 children were found shot in a car at an Angleton gas station. A 13-year-old boy and 3-year-old girl died. An 8-year-old boy and 9-year-old girl still recovering.
Brazoria County deputies responded to an unthinkable, unimaginable tragedy.
The kid's mom, 31-year-old Oninda Romulus, is now in custody, charged with murder, and according to charging documents, gave disturbing statements to the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office investigators who spoke with her after the shooting. Court documents obtained by KHOU 11 share Romulus told investigators her children were with the devil. According to the affidavit, law enforcement says surveillance video shows Romulus drove to this gas station off Highway 288 in Angleton, where she called 911. When asked during her interview why she called authorities, Romulus told investigators, quote, "Instead of them doing it to me, I'm going to do it to them," and continued saying, "Kill them all." Romulus lived at this home in Porter for just a few months with her 4 children, identified in court documents as Ocario Covington, Amora Chappelle, Kylie Romulus, and Traviel Downer. Neighbors telling our Orco Manna the children were happy and they saw them just a few days ago.
He always waves and we tell him hi, and they come back by, and I have a little Yorkie, and sometimes she'll stop and ask if she can pet the puppy. Just seeing them Friday, and they were happy and on their way, telling us hi and bye, and figuring I would see them again Monday.
The home is in the New Caney ISD. We reached out to the district asking if the kids attend school, and they replied stating while they're deeply saddened, out of respect for the investigation, the district wouldn't provide information about the individuals or their connection to our schools. Meanwhile, today, Romulus's dad told me on the phone from his home in Georgia he's trying to understand what happened.
Romulus is still being held on a $14 million bond. The surviving children are still recovering in the hospital.
This nigga gay as hell. I'm sorry, I just wanted to say that to y'all. Why is he holding his hands like that? Look at how he moving. This nigga fruiting a bitch.
Romulus is still being held on a $14 million bond. The surviving children are still recovering in the hospital. Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Such a tragic case with so many questions. Troy Kless, with what we do know tonight. Appreciate you.
Okay, now the reason I bring this up is because we were talking about that. Even though you were a black queen, crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. And you look at the situation. Black folks have a lot to say about a white woman who took $10 million from Shannon Sharp. Black folks got a lot to say about a lot of things, but this happens very often. Brian, can you tell me why black folks have nothing to say when it comes to black mothers killing their children or abusing them, which is one of the most horrific crimes you'd think that a mother could do to their child? This isn't the first, second, third, fourth, ninth, 10th. Y'all ever heard a story about a black woman swearing up and down her children got the devil in them, living with the devil somewhere around, when most of the times we figure out who's the devil in that house? That black bitch who did that violent shit against them. Yet we never talk about this. You never hear black women talking shit about them. They're never coons. They're never whatever it is. And they'll still tell me, yo, mama black. Well, those kids, mama black. Are they able to talk shit about black women when they grow up now?
No. Well, what a lot of people don't understand is that, and with her last name being Romulus, that lets you know that she is from the Romulans, and Romulans are cousins to the Vulcans. And the Vulcans have no emotion. So that's why she's able to carry out these type of heinous crimes, is because she literally has no emotion, and she's just that type of a disgusting human being. But
yeah, I was going to ask where Remus was, right? Romulus and Remus, right? Yeah, but nah.
Sir, what you know about Roman history, sir? Those are the pillars of
Roman and Greek mythology, brother. Roman and Greek mythology. I know what's going on. But nah, I
bet we some kin somewhere.
Possibly.
But,
what was that? None of her kids' last names matched, right? All the kids had 4 different last names. You know what I mean?
I noticed that too.
You know, and it's the classic thing of, like you said, no matter how tragic and fucking horrible situation these women put these kids in, man, you know, it's still your mama. It's your mama, don't you? You know what I mean?
And this is the other thing too about the black community. It's like, you don't go this crazy overnight. This isn't, I just woke up one morning and I'm just going to do this. She's been off her shit for a long time and nobody was willing to step in. And that's why they get away and do these types of things. I mean, nobody's just going to get up and shoot their 4 children without having some type of lead into that. And these people that are around her, her relatives, whatever the case may be, they have just let her go this far and just excusing her behavior over this time. And that's why you have what you have, because nobody has the courage to stand up against Black women when they're just flat out off their shit. And that's exactly what this is. And she's a Romulan.
but it's that thing. I'm telling you, I'm really impressed about that, Cap. Like the brothers, the twins that they built Rome on. That's cool. You know that. But
raised by wolves.
Look at you, Cap.
Yeah, I know that history too, man.
Okay, I love to see brothers who grew, because I'm telling you, I love Greek and Roman mythology growing up. I thought it was like great. Just love the stories. I thought they were all fucking awesome.
Let's get past the homosexuality.
Listen, that
they believe in that shit.
We didn't do much of that. You looked at what happened with the Odyssey and the Iliad and all that stuff. They didn't have to do it. They do more fucking their mama.
Yeah, pederasty.
Yeah, they'll fuck their mama now. That bitch gonna get it. Get it.
He said, yeah, they gonna fuck their mama. They gonna get it.
That's gonna happen. Every little boy want to fuck their mama. It's just you grow out of it. You get there. Now imagine your mama was fine though, because I know a couple of friends. Their mama was fine, and them niggas wanted to fight because we be like, "Can we go spend that over your house?" Because we want your mama got a fat ass. You know, everybody did that to their friend, and I bet he did that.
That's fucked up.
we would go and hug. We would go and hug our friend's mama on purpose and be looking back at him like, "Hey,
diabolical, yeah, that's diabolical, man.
We wasn't shit."
Yes.
Diabolical.
Sometimes when you glad with your mama with this fat ass bitch with them rollers and that moo on, you glad.
You like, "Mama, take your ass in the house." All these niggas want to say hi to you all of a sudden.
I put no makeup, mama. Stop it.
Y'all crazy as hell, man.
Oh, you know that shit is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, that shit is horrible. Anyway, but I want to ask. I'm gonna go and y'all can jump in. No, I'm gonna go to you, Lyric. Lyric, why is the Black woman the sacred cow? Because there should be outrage when we hear stories like this, but we never are. Again, this is 4 fucking kids. This woman took a gun and shot her own 4 children. And this ain't the first time. You was there when I did the story about the woman who was driving around with her dead son in the car for years, to the point of when they pulled her over, they smelled it. Another woman who killed her kids and put them in the freezer. The other woman, when I did the story of she killed the little boy's twin sister, stuck her in the closet, and tried to tell him he no longer had a twin sister. Told him he was dreaming. And he believed it.
It just let me sleep. You have talked about a lot of stories where Black women have done horrible things, and then I live it.
Oh yeah.
One of the biggest stories here that was all over the internet was where the mom that left her children. I think I ended up messaging you that day. It was horrible, but the mom left her children to live in a house for months where they was eating.
Oh, you up in the Detroit area,
the
Michigan
and
joint?
they were eating their own fecal
She's in
matter.
Indianapolis area.
Mm.
Oh, that's a different story. Then I hadn't heard about that one.
See the fact that y'all talking about 2 stories that sound similar, and it's in 2 different cities.
And it was my case. I'm a death investigator, so I'm a coroner, and it was the depravity of the home was just it was so bad. And the mom, when she came walking up to me asking if she could come in with me, which she couldn't, she was eating like her kids had not ate in months. When I went inside of their bodies, like did their autopsies, there was bones in there that they had found to eat in fecal matter. They was eating their own fecal matter. And it was just a lot. I think that
That's crazy.
And even here when with the courts, like the judges and stuff, they were like, oh, maybe she was going through something. What do you propose that she was going through? I'm confused at what she understood that these kids were not capable of taking care of themselves, that they were withering away, and she's spending the night at her boyfriend's home, which was a beautiful place, but you left these children in
destitute. That's crazy.
And mind you,
I think that women are always. I'm so sorry.
Did she get charges? Did she get charged or she got off?
She got charged very little because they said that they felt like she was going through something mentally. So
like this is a court of law. You're not supposed to feel. It's supposed to be objective.
How many kids?
But what justice is there in the justice system? It was 2.
Yeah, man. See, that's what I'm saying. If you, especially you do something against your own kids, I think your punishment should be however they died. Right? You starved to death. They starved to death. You starved to death.
Let her drink out of the toilet, Mr. Fantastic. They were drinking out of the toilet. They had open cleaning. Like
man,
there was. It was so bad, and it's like a lot of the conversations online. I wanted to like jump in them and be like, "Oh, that's not true." That's but when you live it, when you was the one that was smacked there, and having to just put those little ones in a body bag, it was.
But Larry, think about
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry. I just got to say, think about this because I just still harken back to that when I saw that woman, and it was Jamaica, but that black woman had that little kid in front of her. The kid looked like he was about 2 years old, and she reared back, kicked the kid.
She kicked the kid. She was Guyanese, by the way.
And what did the kid do when it got up? What did the kid do when it got up?
Try to hug her.
Hugger.
Reach for.
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking you about. A lot of those situations, those kids will go through all that stuff just to not get their mama in trouble, to not be around their mama. So the mama will leave them there, like the girl did in Texas, who was going back and forth to Alabama and fucking the dude to be on OnlyFans and left her kids in Texas. Left them there. But these kids are so like protective of mama. Black kids have been taught that you don't make mama look bad. Them kids sat in that house had no fucking food
because they feel like that they're raised like I think everybody on the panel before Brian got here. Hey Brian, they're raised with this notion of she's all you have, she's all you're gonna get, you're only gonna get, and they don't put that value into the father or in anybody else, and then she isolates them and make them believe that she is the all being power, and by the time they find out she's not, I don't know, it's too late because
they out of here. They're about to
the psychological damage is there. Like
they're about to die. But
let's not forget that these women have unlimited access to resources from a government perspective and from a local perspective. These women can go to any church, any foundation, any type of home that they have, and can get anything: food, clothing, and shelter. Automatic, no questions asked, no responsibility taken. They can literally drop their kids off at a hospital, at a fire station, or at a police station, en masse, no questions asked. You can go to any government agency and get instant assistance, emergency assistance for anything that these kids would need in order to survive. And she just does none of it. And yet and still, when she goes through the court system, slap on the wrist, and that's it.
And they're constant, and the children are constantly hearing like all these women get online, and now I guess you guys say there are movies. I'm sorry, I can't jump in about movies. I don't watch television, but there's movies and there's social media, and there's all these things that are just promoting that a woman is like doing everything she can to take care of you. But those are the main ones that they're arguing with when they're growing up. Like a lot of you mentioned, they're not even getting along. They don't even like their children.
Yeah, and they're telling you I put a roof over your head, I put clothes in your bag, I put all the shit you got to do, or you going to jail, bitch.
Like that's horrible. And who wants to? So many of us are grown up in that, and I heard it from Tommy, but he said that a lot of us survived our childhood.
In spite of most,
That we didn't
survive and
thrive
not
in it
thriving.
or grow up. And I probably talked my children to death because I always was like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, don't want to talk anymore. They're grown now. But I think that when I think about that, I think that it's so sad that you just have a world full of people that are like, I survived. I just survived. But when I think about it, for a long time, I just investigated child deaths and with the accidental suffocation, strangulation, and bed wedging in infants. And I think about how many infants they accidentally survive, and it's sad.
And this is the thing too.
That mothers just outright killing them, and it's just sad.
I just want to address what the woman wrote here. And Danny girl, I appreciate what you said. She said, I love Tommy, but I've watched too many body cam videos of kids, both black and white, being abused and neglected. First off, one of the things I've always said is that kids are the most neglected in the United States because they don't have
they
don't have they don't have a lobby. What's the lobby for kids? Can't get a vote on that one. Can't get a vote on that. So there's but what I'm trying to say is this, and then I'll let you go. But I do want to say this part of it, though. The reason why I bring up black, though, is because I tell people all the time, I raise black kids. I fuck hoes that might get black children. So I must discuss. Stop laughing, Mr. Fantastic. It's possible. A lot of these motherfuckers probably running around now. I'm avoiding them, but just in case if I did want to have something to do with them, I would care about them. The point is, I have to care about that first because white kids and white parents, like I said earlier, a white kid can call his mom a bitch. They're not attached to their mothers like we are. But does it happen? Yes. But we are to the point of, and I'll explain this. That's why I was explaining to the young man who's putting on my television. I said, we are old and we still get told your mama black. You can't get no other culture where you could tell a fucking 50-year-old man what his mama's skin color was, therefore he can't say what he feels. You think it's a white woman that ever told Tom Likas his mama's white? They would tell him reasons he can't say what he's saying, but it won't be because his mama's white or that his mama's from the West, is westernized. We are the only ones who, as you heard Mr. Fantastic, and I think we glossed over it. Mr. Fantastic was saying basically, if you tell me if I'm lying, Mr. Fantastic, you were saying these women are guilting their children.
Yeah, I was waiting to say it wherever it got done. It's a more diabolical form of Stockholm syndrome. Actually, that's the worst part about it, right? Because you're forced to love the enemy, right? Your mom, the person that's supposed to love and care and nurture you the most, is giving you the most trauma. And like you said, that's just man, that story, man, hearing that shit, a child eating his own
feces.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. That's and then the mother doesn't even care. The mother doesn't even have the decency or the ability to take responsibility and accountability and be like, hey, I fucked up. You throw the book at me, do whatever. No, man, these bitches are diabolical, bro. They don't give a fuck. And I think these women
are fantastic. They have.
Just let me finish real quick with this lyric, and you got it. Just real quick. They're living off these kids. The biggest thing, the issue, and the problem when you did this thing to where you replaced the man with the child became the resource for food, clothing, shelter, money, all this shit. This is why they don't give a fuck about the kids, bro. They just need the kids to survive. My bad, lyric. Go ahead.
No, you're absolutely correct. I would definitely agree with that. And I think a lot of women now are having children just for that. I said to Tommy many moons ago that at first the children were like these women's accessories. It was like accessory to them. And I think that it's gone past that. Now it's like they're no longer their accessories, but they're more so like, they're torture victims because they know that they can't hold on to other things that they want in their life. So they just hold on to these children.
Tommy, I know why you put that super chat up, Slocky.
Which one?
They're allowed
oh, the titties. I didn't do that, but I didn't notice it when I put them up there. I'm sorry, but I didn't. When I saw them, I said, "Hey," but go ahead.
But one of the things we got to really look at too is, and taking this back to, I mean, I don't think we'll ever get around this, at least in my lifetime. The fatherless America aspect that Tommy has pointed out, when you look at what happens when you're talking about how diabolical these women are taught, and girls are taught at a very young age to manipulate. And that's their superpower. And when you have that and it's unchecked by not having men, not having fathers around, then it turns into that inherent selfishness coupled with that manipulation. So now you got a master manipulator who's a young adult having children, who's selfish, looking out for herself, ultimately off the backs of her children that she's having. And that's why that woman was able to go and leave her kids at home and she's out with her man living it up. It's just, I mean, if that's not some type of flowers in the attic type of shit, I don't know what else is. She was actually just living her life like that while her children were at home, literally starving to death. And what type of person,
can I say
how
this?
long it takes for you to actually get that cold and callous in your mind? You have to literally been living your life like that. And it's all about her. And we allow young girls to grow up like that, to where they think as long as I can pimp my body and manipulate men or whatever this, or the system or whatever, by being a damsel in distress, I'm gonna actually get over in life. And it just keeps going to no end. And I think the only cure for that is going to be fathers in the home.
And let me say this to y'all. Y'all haven't noticed, and I've been talking about it, and I do want Cap to tell me the story he told me earlier. That shit was crazy. But I'm going to lead into it. I said, have you noticed who's leading the internet right now in the goofiest, most fucked up stories that we then have to talk about? It's always black women telling us some stupid story of she's kissing her son in the mouth. It's always black women who saying, I dated a nigga, he skeeted an alien in me. It's like it's the craziest story.
Like a robbery?
God damn.
Am I lying? Like all these stories,
An alien in me.
It's always a black woman saying something crazy. It is no black man, it's nobody else. It's always a story of a black woman saying something crazy, and then you comment on it. And I said it's not real, but then Cap was telling me a story today in which I fall into, I still think it's they grasping for attention. Tell us the story you told me earlier.
Oh, no problem. So there was a live stream. Excuse me, there was an interview I was watching, and it's two brothers and it's a sister. And the sister proceeds to say out of her mouth, this is what she said. She aborted her baby at 5 months because
he was a rat.
Her boyfriend was a rat.
Yep.
Because she found out her boyfriend.
Wait.
Yeah,
She said that the boyfriend was a rat and she aborted the baby?
Not like Master Splinter, not that kind.
We talking like
Like
to
a
the
snitch.
feds.
Like a snitch.
Yes.
Somebody told her boyfriend was a snitch, so she went ahead and had an abortion.
Wait, I
The fuck outta here.
gotta ask you this though, Cap. Was his name Ben? You got my joke. Thank you.
I'm gonna say if I can find it on IG, I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram if I can find it on IG.
By chance, was the gentleman named Mickey?
For those who didn't get the joke, there's a song by Michael Jackson called
I got it.
And he was singing about a rat.
If I can find
Oh man, that's unfucking real, man.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
So can I say something right quick? Let me say this.
Please do.
Either Tommy or just like you did Fatherless America or anybody in here, there needs to be a series. They have surviving R. Kelly, right? They have surviving all of these other men, but they don't have surviving black motherhood. They don't have this shit. They need that shit. That's what I'm saying.
There's so many of us never get to tell that story that we
Exactly.
praise this bitch for putting us in.
I sent you the audio on Telegram. If you
All right, but we gotta praise this bitch for putting us in the worst situation ever, and we made it through. So therefore, she gets the praise.
That would be a hell of a series, man. And the graphic would be a hand holding an extension cord and another hand holding a switch.
Yeah. Or a racing car track.
I will race track.
I think
Why
the
is it?
issue with black culture, I think it functions like a beehive or the queen bee, and like on the beehive, wherever the queen bee goes, that's where the bees follow the queen bee, right? So because black women influence the children, you can dictate how she influenced the children, and like we've been seeing in this panel with the video, they influenced the mother influences the children to do what? Fuck shit, manipulate them, program to be negative. So I think that's the ultimate goal, is to have the black woman, the queen bee, and then the state being the beekeeper, moving that queen bee, and then black culture follows that queen bee. And because there's no patriarchal, I guess, as a whole, black man in like a patriarchal black man to correct her behavior, you can't correct how she's raising the children.
Welcome to the show, Uncle Jeff. What's going on, bro?
Fellas, people.
AKA Uncle Golf. You about to hit a hole in one?
That's hilarious. And I happen to think golf is an elitist sport, and it's a great place. Golf courses is where we should put homeless people, in the words of George Carlin. Great topic, fellas. I think what you're discussing is the inevitable. There could not be a time for the reset. We're looking at a reset right now. We are at the North American black female hyena is at her end with these jobs laying off hundreds of thousands of Altima drivers. There's going to be, this is Isaiah 4 come forth. Okay, it is, and again, I ain't a Bible bumper, but it is my belief that God has left his goodness on this earth, but he has taken his mercy. And you're not going to have no mercy for these scallywags that's out of line. They're not. Where are they going to go? Real talk. When this shit really hits the fan hard, we got about 4 more months. You think we can take 4, 6? You think these heifers can take 6 more months of this shit? Once this shit really starts to hit the fan, it's going to be people clanning up by ability, because that's the only thing you're going to have. You don't have no cushy ass job. You can't get a job at Walmart in the morning and a job at Circle K at night and make it. You can't. You're going to have to be good at something. And all these broads that are horrible followers that stir up chaos, they're going to have to live with the men they raised. And that group of people is going to fill body bags fast. Real talk. I'll leave right there.
Y'all gonna have to live with the men. I've been saying, I said, black women complain about the state of black men. Well, who raised them? Again, when you hear these black women say, get you a whatever it was, not get you instead of a Tyrone, when they used the whatever the white boy's name, and I'm like, who raised them and gave them that dumbass name? Y'all heard that story I did about that woman shooting them 4 children? All 4 of them had idiot names. You just don't name them any fucking thing. If y'all didn't even notice, that's why you ain't never heard no Trunquavius II. This nigga don't want to give his name to nobody else. No. And she don't want to get, but think about it. There's only one.
And there's only one generation of that.
If one Jamarcus, there ain't no 3 of them. He didn't have no other Jamarcuses.
No.
Go ahead.
And a lot of times, brother, I'm not going to put him out there, but one of my sons, although his name was not Ghetto, my ex purposely to spite me. His name was supposed to be Miles Quincy, after the 2 men who changed the face of jazz 3 times each. To spite me, she changed his name for no other reason than, and the name she gave him, although noble, she can't tell you what it means. A child's name is supposed to mean something. What the fuck does Bonquavius mean? It means assistant manager or fries.
What's the name again?
Bonquavius. No, that ain't my baby name.
No,
okay.
these names that we're
No,
giving.
no, bro. That ain't my baby name. That's hilarious.
He said, ain't gonna put his boy out there like that.
No, man.
I was about to say, good night. God damn.
No, but a Bonquavius exists. Okay. Yes. And don't no man hang that on no baby.
That's what I said. We understand that you see. I think we as men know we want to give our children the best leg up. I don't think women think they're farther than they had them. I think when women have them, they're like accessories, like they do purses and anything else. They give it this name because they want to give it a unique name so their friends can say it's a unique name. If you ever watch when the baby's first born, they're always brushing his hair because that's the easiest time for him to brush his head. Notice that bitch stay on his head as long as they're doing that baby hair shit. They stay on their head. Soon as that hair start fighting back and shit, you know.
But they do that for the attention.
When the hair start doing this to their grief.
Even all of that is for the attention for them. They do it just for them to get the attention. I'm gonna brush. I want everybody to see me doing this. It's not even about the kid at that age. It's
all
insane.
this they're doing now when they're doing these fucking reveals. These reveals are elaborate, aren't they? Now,
Yes,
they're fucking elaborate.
Fireworks shows and all that kind of shit exploding. They got cakes exploding or whatever it is. They got all this shit blowing up.
Well,
it's like a motherfucker that hit a home run, get less fucking celebration.
Gender reveal took the place of baby showers.
No, they're still having baby showers.
No, yeah.
They're having.
Okay, yeah.
There's way too.
So they having both of them?
For the baby.
Some of them will double up. Yes.
And then there's another party too outside of the baby shower because I know that I was invited to one. And I was like, I'm not coming in. I don't even know what that is. Like,
yeah,
absolutely not. Like, there's just way too. And then the child gets here, and where's all the parties and praise for the child?
Thank you.
Well, there's nothing. There's nothing for the child. There's nothing for the child.
Now this motherfucker's struggling. The child born now he's struggling.
Their children in. Like, they're not doing anything.
I want you to put cotillions, quinceañeras, baby showers, sleepovers. Put all of these get-togethers together, and the through line is opportunities to escape from reality. Their reality escapes because reality requires logic and accountability. This is what pisses me off with women who excuse their behavior because of their menstrual cycles. What you have just done is invalidated.
That's old school. What you
for
saying,
1 week out of the month, you've just invalidated pilots, surgeons, councilwomen, congresswomen, any woman that we expect to be sane all 31 days of the fucking month. You have just, all of them have been made suspect by you saying that you get a pass a week out of every month.
Yeah.
But
hey guys,
Uncle Jeff,
before y'all do that, I do gotta step out. It's about 12. I appreciate y'all having me. I love this panel. I'll try to be on time next time. I just hopped off of one podcast to make sure I got on this podcast.
I'm surprised you stay here this long. I tell you, you know how much I appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, that's my nigga right there, Tommy. That's my man. Can't nobody separate me from Tommy. I don't give a fuck who it is. That's my boy. Let's try to make sure we show up again next Tuesday. And yes, I appreciate y'all not being so emotional this week.
Captain talking shit on his way out.
That's what the light skinned niggas do, man.
Y'all was good this week. Y'all was good this week. Let's keep it up.
Take this nigga nowhere. He say something smart or look deep into your eyes. He
Right. Watch out for that light skinned gaze, niggas.
Yeah, listen, man, don't let me open up your eyes. Get in that camera. Don't let me get up in that camera.
Nigga in the eyes. You fuck around, look this nigga in the eyes. Don't you do it, nigga.
But don't look that nigga in his eyes, man.
He's the reverse Medusa. He's the seducer.
That's it. Listen, man, the ladies love it, Tommy. They love it. They love it, Tommy. But I see y'all next week, man. y'all
take it easy, man.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right.
Right now.
All right. Let me put myself on the camera. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all rocking. Listen, I just did like 4 hours or 5 hours. And now here's the diabolical part. I just flew in from Cali. I got in from Cali, I think like 9 something. So I just flew in from Cali, jet lag and all, and gave 2 live streams. Now, I'm going to be back in California for 1 day. Let me show you. I'm gonna show y'all where I'm gonna be. This is a Captain Tazaryak TV exclusive of where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be on this podcast. Let me go to the channel. I'm gonna be on this podcast right here. I'm gonna show y'all. I just got offered. Almost. Listen, I want to say something to y'all, but I don't know how it's gonna come across. But I just got flued out.
Headshot.
Listen, man. So I'm gonna be on this podcast this Thursday. This guy Matan hit me up, said he wanted me to come on out. I told him he would have to actually. Well, I ain't gonna go into the intricacies of it, but I'll be filming this Thursday on this platform here. Matan Evan does actually pretty decent content from what I've seen thus far. He's had a lot of guests on the show, so I'll be one of the guests on the show as well. So as you can see on here, he's had Adam Carroll, the Fresh and Fit guys, Dave Blunts, Pac-Man Jones, Charlemagne the God. He's had all these different people on his platform. The Train Twins, Matt. Let me see who else. Fresh. I said Fresh and Fit. P. Holmes, Harold Williams. So he does get a lot of people on his platform. So he hit me up today, and why you got all them laptops? I got all these Okay, so let me show you why I got all these laptops. So I got all these laptops because I can, nigga. That's why I got all these laptops. So I have so what y'all see right here, this is my Windows computer and this is my Mac computer. That's why I got all these laptops. So I'm gonna be going out to, shout out to Yapashiar. So I'm gonna be going out to Cali, filming in Hollywood. Don't worry, I won't sit on no casting couch. I'll be the same nigga, but I'll be filming this Thursday. Then I'm coming back, and then I'm gonna be filming content with this brother that's flying up from Atlanta Friday to film the Israelites. So we'll be doing that as well. So I'm be busy, man. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Let me play this song. This how I'm gonna be. Oh, let me see.
Yo,
warriors,
yes, sir.
conquerors, respect.
Shout out Diddy. Hey, yo, I just left Atlanta. I said I'll be back in August. The way I go to work, I've been in bitch. I need an office. Pussy so good, should've put it in my car.
Hey, can y'all hear the song? Let me know y'all can hear the song. I don't want to be jamming to myself. Can y'all hear the song?
Time to bring that bait. My shit raw. I'ma bust they head no matter what I say. I'ma take
Can y'all hear the song?
bread, bitch.
What I say? On the run, going undefeated, just like
OJ. No, I gotta keep that little rascal in case it pump fake.
Let me check myself.
She need that spank. I said, okay.
I be by example. They are not a factor.
You was not a queen, hoe,
and we're in the Black Panther. 144, I'm who they send it, get the answers.
Sicker than a
Cancer.
Quick to get the bad. I don't know why they keep on playing with me. Who the one they said they give me? Miss Glizzy with me. Cook that beef so good they like who made the chili. Now they want reconsider. Guess that I'm the one tripping. Drop the truth like cat rims. Come through the door like pip and pip. I'm always trying to flip my penny. Busy, I can be a minute. Get that dough like Mr. Simpson. Listen, nigga, we back at you. I just left Atlanta. I said I'll be back in August. The way I go to work up in that bitch, I need an office. Pussy so good, should've put it in my coffee. If you play up that Glock like back the fuck up off me, nigga. You heard it and I can see it in his face. Time to bring that bait, my shit raw. I'ma bust they head no matter what I play. I'ma take the word, you get that bread, bitch. What I say, on the run, going undefeated just like OJ. Niggas hate, yeah, what about it?
This shit go hard right here.
Can't stop it, ain't worried about it. Niggas fake, they ain't solid, no, I got it. I'm hard about it. Niggas mad, they can't take me. Niggas know they can't fake me. She said, who he think he is? Right now, I look like God, baby. Standing on that block, baby. Baked up on that top, baby. Screaming, fuck the free world like cheddar bar. Busy man, busy man. Bitch, I'm always on the job. Drop that album. Got so many hits, might get a Rico charge. See me throw that one up in the air like I'm E.T. They know they can't beat me. I can't get this game for free. Damn right, I'm UPK. I'll show you how to be a G. Long way from DC. We was down in A&T. I had them triple stack pills like it's GNC.
That's all y'all get right there. That's me. Busy man, busy man. Bitch, I'm always on the job. All right. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Until next time, Shalom Israel.